was kind of cool, but it was such an unreal experience. Then during the first lockdown, we last threw a surprise Ibiza themed garden party. Safe to say, work kind of steaming like, so barely remember any of it. And then I joined Newcastle Fans TV in about July last year. First week, everything kicked off pure mental on the page because the takeover collapsed. And obviously the Premier League got corrupt, so safe to say AC12 are coming after years. And then another highlight was when I done my first solo show on American Hammers TV network, American Hammers Network, which was quite early in the morning, so I was kind of tired for work, and this is where the dressing gown all started from. But anyways, guys, that's been my highlights for last year. So have a belt at 2021 and achieve what you want to achieve. See you later.
The first one has to be the West Brom game in the FA Cup 5th round. The FA Cup for me is something that I think Newcastle can win in my lifetime. And it was just the last away game for me before the lockdown. 5,000 plus Newcastle fans travelling down to West Brom on a Tuesday evening, freezing cold, but we didn't care. Miguel Newton puts us 1-0 up, and the word scenes gets used so much, but the scenes in that away stand at West Brom, full to the rafters, it was just phenomenal. There was loads of us that day at the time, myself, Lee, Kyle, Sam and Paul all there at the time, and it was just brilliant. The atmosphere with the lads, the atmosphere with everybody in the fan cams and the score and the players, it was just electric, and it was brilliant to be a part of. And then lockdown hit and we were thinking, well, what do we do now as a channel? And I think knowing what we knew now, the Greenwood and Milner show arrived, and we had so many guests and we had so many ex-players that came onto the show, and the likes of Jose Enrique I managed to get to interview was one of the highlights for me. Jose Enrique, who has battled cancer, who played for Newcastle for a number of years. He was brilliant. He gave me an hour of his time, and I'll be eternally grateful for that.
It's not going really well. I heard you properly. I heard you well, but your camera is not the internet, maybe. But don't worry. I can hear you properly, so don't worry.
Gabriel Clark was probably my favourite Greenwood and Milner show, and if you haven't watched it, please watch it, because it is a brilliant episode. It's on Newcastle Fans TV Extra, and they're just a few moments that I've picked out of in a year where it's been incredibly difficult. So 2021 can only be better, and if it's good, if it's just as good as 2020, then I'll be a very happy lad. But if it's even better, God knows who I'll get the chance to interview, and God knows which football stadium I might be seeing Newcastle at next.
I've been on the channel now about 6 months really, and it's been an absolute pleasure really to be involved. You know, the advert went out and I just did it kind of on a whim really. I was like, oh, it'll be good, you know, a good hobby, and it's helped us get through the lockdown a lot. You know, I've met some great people, you know, Sam, Johnny, Lee, Carl, Matt, Lee and Brandon, you know, I'd all consider friends now. We speak every day. It's just been an absolute honour to be involved. I'm one of the Facebook admin, so you'll see me put a lot of stuff out on Facebook. Some of you don't like it, some of you do. It's good crack, you know. I don't take anything personally so much. You know, we love having you all involved. One of my highlights this, you know, since I've been on is doing the watch-alongs. Me and Carl have kind of took that on with other people, and we're trying to, you know, take the channel forward with that. The game against Crystal Palace, it was obviously a bit of a dull game, and we scored in the 87th minute. And I went a bit high pitch, running around my living room, jumping around the sofa after a few beers, and I want much more of that of the same. So yeah, again, Happy New Year everyone, and I hope you stay with us in 2021, and thanks again for all the support.
Go on, finish! Yes! Yes! What? Really? Let me get it! Yes! I'm too late. Hey! Yes! Oh, fuck's sake! Why is this always fucking happen? Why? Why has this fucking happened to me? We're going to Europe! We're going to Europe! Fuck's sake!
Loved every minute of it. I suppose that's one of my highlights, just getting on board. Hopefully I've brought something to the channel that you enjoy. Yeah, great to be involved, great team we've got, and it's just a nice outlet to have to analyse the games, I suppose, to voice opinions, to interact with new people, meet new people. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Great first year, onwards and upwards. The interviews we've had during lockdown, amazing, unbelievable. The opportunities we've had to keep busy and keep people entertained, and to interview the likes of Warren Barton, Henry Winter, to get Celez on the channel, huge. There are others, Lee Clark, Savannah Marshall, loads. Just unbelievable. Tamuri Ketsbaya, who'd have thought that? Really good. Supermac.
Played in the FA Cup final. You obviously played in the FA Cup final.
I didn't play because I got injured.
An evolution of them interviews. Started the Greenwood and Mulliner show on Newcastle Fans TV, which has turned into a weekly podcast now. We've done 23. Some great guests we've had on. Pete Graves, Savannah Marshall, world champion boxer. We had a few of the darts lads on as well. A couple of the press packs, Simon Bird from The Mirror, that's a really good one. Something for everyone, really. With that show, you don't necessarily have to be a Newcastle fan even to enjoy it, which is nice, but obviously it's still Newcastle-centred. That's why we're all here, isn't it? So yeah, onwards and upwards with that, with 2021. We're going to get back into that probably end of January. Just starting to put the feelers out and book some more guests for the new series. So more to come with that. So yeah, those are my highlights. Absolutely brilliant. Getting to know all the lads, getting involved on the team, the interviews we've done, and the Greenwood and Mulliner show. Absolutely superb. Fingers crossed. Happy New Year to you all, and all the best.
For me, one of them, I was very lucky to have got myself into a position where I've been able to buy my first house with my partner, which is a crazy thing. And, it was all done prior to lockdown happening, and then we had to wait until the middle of lockdown before we could actually move in. So scary times, but thankfully everything's worked itself out. I switched careers, and then I've also obviously been able to join Newcastle Fans TV, which arguably is the top highlight of my year. Don't let the other half know that, because I'm sure she won't be happy with that. It's falling all around us. Gonna play, yeah, having fun. But it's been a massive positive for me, and meeting all of you guys that support the channel and everyone that's involved with the channel, from the likes of Lee, Sam, Johnny, Adam, Brandon, Matt, Liam, everyone. Thank you all for all the support you've given me to help me try and be a success for the channel as well. I've really enjoyed it. It helps me mentally. It gives me something to look forward to, and really helps me kind of try and create some positivity and express myself throughout the videos as well. Hopefully that will continue as long as it can, and hopefully this year is going to be bigger than ever for the channel and ourselves. I hope all of you can flourish in whatever you want to do this year, and yeah, I'll stop rambling. Thank you. Those are some of my highlights.
Hello everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. This is the watch along. Hope you're doing alright. Newcastle are up against Arsenal in tonight's FA Cup third round. Can you ask for a tougher draw away at the Emirates, where our record is shocking? So coming up before kickoff, we are going to be taking a look at the Leicester results, Carl's thoughts on that. We've also got the fan reactions, how they felt about all of the game. We'll also have a look at Arsenal players from last night's preview as well. Adam will be joining us in about 15 minutes roughly, but yeah, thank you very much for audience for tuning in tonight. BBC's coverage starts at 20 past. Turn it right down. Keep us on. We'll keep you entertained. Also tapping on the watch along, some weird chat going on. So if that's your thing, then happy days. How you doing? Thank you for everyone who was concerned about me last week. I was ill. I had the flu. Much better now. So cheers for that, everyone. But yes, you have all probably seen the lineups, the most of it. We'll talk more in depth about it when Adam comes onto the show, but I'll give you a quick little look, and you've probably seen this yourselves already. Martin Dubravka, we knew he was going to come back in. It's bloody brilliant to see him back in goal. And then it does look like it's a back four with Emil Kraft at right back. The captain, Jamal Lascelles, comes in. He was given the all clear by the doctors. Kieran Clark keeps his position. Paul Dummett looked like he will play left back unless Isaac Hayden is a hidden centre back, which I probably don't think that'll happen. I think Hayden will be in midfield with Sean Longstaff. Jeff Hendrick is probably on the right-hand side Miguel Miron's probably on the left. I would have thought Joe Litton will be in support of Andy Carroll, so you could probably say the tactic might be to go a little bit long here. And then on the bench, you've got Gillespie. You've got Matty Longstaff drops down. Matt Ritchie drops down. Dwight Gale can't even get a kick at this club, can he? DeAndre Yedlin drops to the bench. Jacob Murphy, I'm a bit surprised he isn't starting tonight. And the young lad, Elliot Anderson. Again, we'll talk more about the lineups in a bit. This is the Arsenal lineup. If you haven't seen it, I think it's pretty strong. To be honest, I think there's only 2 or 3 changes from what would be their full strength. They've got Lenny on goal, Cedric, right back, David Luiz, and Mari, the Brazilian. It's centre-back, Tini, who's had a great few weeks. El Neni and Wilcock, I think that's an area of weakness for me. I think that's where we could exploit. Pepe is hit and miss, a bit like Willian this season. Yet Willian hasn't been great this season. Martinelli, big things expect of him. Aubameyang has only scored 3 Premier League goals all season. And then if you take a look at their bench, you've got Renarsson, Icelandic, Chambers, Maitland-Niles, Xhaka, Saka. Saka actually supported the tune. His dad drilled it into him when he was a youngster. And you got Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe, Nketiah, Lacazette. So that's obviously Arsenal's lineup, of course. Please let us know what you think of that as well. Let's have a look at what you are all saying about the comments before we have a look at what Carl said about Leicester. Where's Callum Wilson? That's an interesting one. Why we're playing rubbish teams and good teams, it doesn't make sense. There's no Callum Wilson whatsoever. Andrew's a big fan of Carl singing. Yes, bit of a singer. Why have you got a picture of London on your wall and not a picture of the Tyne? I don't think that was me. I think I was referring to Carl, I think, in the previous video. Definitely not London behind me, 100%. Leicester winning 4-0. And we've just, kind of just said, we just rolled over with that lineup. Have Wilson and Shelby got injuries as well, because Tuesday is the cup final. Yeah, that's a big one, Sheffield United. We need to win that to stop the rot. Joe Litton and Hendrick. Yeah, Jonathan's not best pleased with that. Dubravka's the big one, isn't it? Dubravka coming in, you can see in the comments there. A lot of love for Martin Dubravka, despite obviously Carl Darlow being in a terrific start. I'll say that again. Terrific form, easy for me to say. This season, Dubravka gets the start today, and just a testament. I think Darlow will start on Tuesday, though. I really do. Would like to see Gale start, says Ben. Need to sign him a new deal. Totally agree. Right, we'll keep coming back to your comments as well. We're going to just jump to reflect on our half day on the defeat last time out. Here's Carl.
Thanks, Lee. Another disappointing result. Did I expect to go in and beat Leicester? No. Did we roll over? Maybe in the second half a bit. So I'm not as frustrated as I have been in the past, but I just feel like we haven't got a plan B. Steve Bruce has brought on Andy Carroll, and he has got a goal, which is great, but we need to shore up at so many positions at the moment. 2 full-back positions definitely need cover. Definitely at right back. I think we need to go and get Jetro at left back. I know people seem to think that may not happen, but we need someone like that, like a Jetro Williams at left back. And then we need to go and get someone like Tavernier or Kevin Mbabu at right back as well, because we're seriously lacking in depth at the 2 full-back positions. We need some creativity in the midfield. Myself and Adam spoke about in the watch along. We need that kind of Kabay-esque sort of player to be able to unlock the defences and give Callum Wilson something to work with. And I think we need someone. We might need another striker as well. Someone that sits a little bit deeper than Callum Wilson would. I spoke about Giroud. People have said that I'm deluded for that, but he's coming towards the end of his career. Yes, wages might be high, but I honestly think someone like that, I don't think it's far-fetched to go and get someone like him personally. That being said, if it's not him, someone like Troy Deeney, that sort of player, or give Gale more opportunities. I'm not sure why Gale isn't being played more, to be honest, but definite positions that need shoring up. Centre midfield, 2 full-backs. Hopefully we can kick on. On to Arsenal in the FA Cup.
Yeah, on to Arsenal in the FA Cup, and that's what we're all about tonight, the Arsenal. That was Carl's thought of the Leicester defeat. He's exactly the same, Dwight Gale. Obviously, you've seen your comments appear on screen. A few of you are saying, why is Hendrick starting? Why is Joe Litton starting? Good to see Dubravka back. Good to see Lascelles back. Elliot Anderson, a couple of you have mentioned in the comments that you would have liked to seen him given a start as well. Wilson's obviously, a lot of you are saying that he's just been rested because he's obviously been playing with a little bit of an injury. Bruce will probably say that before the before the game, so we'll probably find out. Don't understand why Anderson isn't starting in a game like this, especially when the coach of the team is lyrical, waxing lyrical about him, says James. Yeah, totally agree. And Elliot Anderson has got great feet. If he does get on the pitch, very close feet, brilliant dribbler. You'll see that when he comes on. Hendrick and Joe Litton, yeah, FFS, we all know what that means. Give me strength. Yes, I know Sheffield United on Tuesday is more important, but give me beep straight. And Sean says we are not lacking in depth at right back. We are lacking quality. Yeah, you're all right. It's quality over quantity, isn't it? Because we've got so many right backs, and Brandon Williams has obviously been rumoured to come in. We're going to drop back and take a look at what everyone said after the Leicester game with the fan reactions. These are the best bits from everybody. See you soon.
I just think maybe Leicester felt that because you didn't offer too much going forward, because I think your final third let you down today. It was very good defensively, even after we got our first goal. And you matched us in the midfield, I'll be honest with you. I think our midfield got frustrated with you. And I think just that showing quality, like you said, I watched that first goal back again, and you see Fofana takes it off the toes of, I think, Wilson, had the ball, then he plays it inside to Evans, and the next thing you know, it's in the back end, it's at Jamie Vardy's feet, it's at Maddison's feet, and it's 1-0. And I think that's just where the quality lies. And I think when you throw up a very frustrating and a very determined performance like you did and dug in deep, that's the sort of moments you've got to take if you're going to be a top 6 Premier League side. And I think that was ultimately the difference today. I don't actually think you should be too disheartened with the performance, considering, like you said, Man City, Liverpool, and today you came in, and probably most fans would agree with you, probably weren't expecting too much from it. Take a point here or there, be brilliant. I think maybe on another day you would have warranted getting something from that game. I just think the quality in our midfield just outshone yours in the end.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, normally when we've been beaten this season, there's been a lot of games where we get like completely rolled over. I didn't think it was as that much it was today. I've had some really good chances, I thought. But we all know Leicester, they have got quality in their side. They really have. And I think it was 2 really good strikes, to be honest, from Maddison and Tielemans. Yeah, I think the first one, I'm questioning, should Fernandes look to be a little bit more tighter on a body to prevent from making the pass?
Centre midfielders for me. Centre midfielders are shocking for both goals.
Thing is, Sean Longstaff, I mean, he's gone so far back. That is the problem.
Yeah, it was 2 cracking goals on the counter-attack. Maddison, Tielemans, but then again, we could have probably done more to stop them. I just think, yeah, that could have been stopped. You know, Yedlin's trotting back. I mean, Matty and Jordan getting overrun. I was impressed by Carroll, obviously, getting the goal. When he came on, I'm like, oh, really? And then typically, he just gets the goal.
Yeah, and Miggy playing out on the right, as I think Sam said in the first show, he's just cutting in, making horizontal runs. He's not nearly making any difference on the right side. I think Sean, he's a little bit like Shelby, where he's on the ball, he can spray it about, but he doesn't run as much as Matty. And I think for the first goal, he could have gotten a Vardy for the cut back to Maddison. Endeavour, just a little bit of endeavour. I think from Matty, Matty's going to show that if we can keep a hold of him, that he has got a bit of quality on the ball, but he's getting wasted in a Bruce team. So, you know, Joe Layton is simply there to be a battering ram for Wilson, or try at least. I think it's with Sheffield really are going to be. I think they're going to throw the kitchen sink at it. They're at home. They've not won all season. I think Shaw should come out the team for that type of game, because the amount of time he spends on the floor is quite impressive that he gets away with it, if I'm honest. So I think Fernandes, but Dummett, is he fit?
He was on the bench today, yeah. So he should be fit.
Sorry, I missed. I was busy with a little in, so I missed. But I'd like to see Dummett come back in, and I think maybe that'll. You can put Almir on the left if he's going to start, having the 2 left footers, because Richie really didn't offer anything other than the last 10 minutes humping the ball up the top. That was really it. And Carroll, I must have said it to happen, because I said to the missus, if he scores here, I'm going to jump around like a banshee. And I was in the kitchen. I'd give up on the game. I came in the kitchen, and then my dad came through saying he'd scored, and I was like, yeah, well, must have come off his arse. But
at least you didn't offer the buyer out if he scored. So
That's when it's panic stations. So I wonder if he's going to make a move in this January transfer window. I know there's a lot of talk. I know someone brought up the comments about Chowdhury and Willems. I wonder if he's going to make a move, or is he going to trust his gut and think that this team right now, this team is going to bail us out? Because in my opinion, it's not. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking at the squad now. ASM is the biggest loss at the moment. Like, he gives you that little glimpse of something's going to happen. And if he's not even on the pitch, not even on the bench, forget about it. Like, I know we've got Wilson on the top and all the rest of it now, but Fraser's out and Miron's getting played out of position. He might as well be playing left back, for goodness sake. Like, he's not a winger. He's not a winger. Get it through to your thick skull, you absolute fraud, Steve Bruce. He's not a winger. Play him in his number 10. I think he's got 10 on the back. Does Almiron wear the number 10, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That is the biggest clue. He's got 10 on his back. Play him in the role, and guess what? You might actually do something. Watch when he plays for Paraguay. Looks like Messi. Then he comes to one. Looks like flipping Fabrice Pancrati or whatever his name was, who played for us. You know what I mean? Like, thinking of little things like that, it's just woeful. And then we're trying to persist with players that don't want to be at the club. Jonathan Shelby doesn't want to play here, man. He doesn't want to play. Sean Longstaff's gone back. He might as well be at Pippin Blythe Spartans next season. Like, it's players like that. Just, they're really bringing down the standard of the club. I think sometimes maybe we should take a punt on some of the young players. They might bring something different to the team. Like, if you look at Arsenal, for example, when they Pippin rotated it and they brought in the likes of Smith Rowe and all the rest of it, people was like, oh my God. But that got a reaction out of them. Do you know what I mean? They weren't expected to play, but they played well. So
Competition?
That's it. Competition for places. What do? Who's our competition? When we flip him, when Joe Linton's having another shocker, who do we bring on? Andy Carroll. And again, fans, don't get gas because he scored his first goal in 22 years. No. Sorry. No.
First things first, didn't expect much, which is obviously, I mean, I didn't expect much, so I'm not that bummed out with the loss, but I think the quality, I should be able to expect more from this club. Being able to go against a team like Leicester, I should be able to expect a win. We should be able to be top 10, but it's just not there at all with Steve Bruce. He's got to go within. I mean, he's not going to, obviously, but I think he has to if this club is going to get anywhere other than the bottom three. We got no drive except the last 10 minutes. I mean, these guys, they don't want to win, and then when they do, it's too late. We've scored one. You can't see us scoring two at all with the way we're playing. I mean, going into a game, all I can see is us scoring one and hoping we keep a clean sheet or hoping we keep the other team to one. That's the only way we're going to get points. So there's no drive from the guys. They don't want to go out there and. I mean, Matty Longstaff, he's great. I think he plays for the shirt. I think he's one of the only guys out there who really would die for this team. Him and Sean obviously grew up in Newcastle, but I think you can tell Matty wants it a little more than Sean just by the way he's running. He's not the fastest guy, but he's running his ass off every minute. We need a center mid on loan this transfer window, I think. It's just our depth in midfield is just not there. We've got Matty, who's okay. We've got Hayden, I think he's good. We've got Shelby, who's good, but he doesn't work hard enough. Other than that, I mean, the rest of it. We've got Fraser, who's out, but so we need him back, obviously. But other than that, yeah, you can't really see us producing anything without anyone new.
It was tough. It was tough to watch. Typical Newcastle, though. When we got the goal back, you thought we had a chance. Very nice to see Andy Carroll score, even though, you would have liked Andy Carroll to get his first goal at the Gallagher in front of 50,000 fans, but, it just wasn't meant to be, I guess, and with everything going on. But, yeah, I know there's not a lot of time, but the biggest thing I wanted to get off my chest was around the second goal.
Yeah.
I could see it coming from a mile away. I watched Yuri Tielemans from the moment the passes were coming on the right-hand side. I watched him. As soon as Vardy got the ball on the right wing, I watched Yuri Tielemans and I watched Matty Longstaff and I watched John Joe Shelby. Not between the two of them, I saw them look at each other. Are you taking him? No. Do you want me to take him? No. Okay, fine. We'll just let him go then. I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll hit it over. A player of Yuri Tielemans' quality, you cannot let him just walk into onto the edge of your box and have a free hit at goal. Obviously going to be a goal. That for me summed it up for us. Players didn't have effort, lack of communication between each other. John Joe Shelby doesn't look like he wants to play for the club anymore, as we've said a few times.
And that was Adam, who forgot to turn his camera on last time out. So that was a few of the fans' thoughts after the performance against Leicester. Not very happy. And there's a couple of questions that have came in whilst that video was playing. We are going to be joined by our Adam very, very shortly. We're just waiting for him to come in. One question, this is from Geordie Sancaster. Why are you going to play Andy up front with no wingers? It's the worst 11 he could possibly have. It is a good shout, but I think if you are playing Andy Cowell up top, there's only one way that you're going to play to his strengths, and that's going long, whether you're crossing from deep. And I thought Richie might be better for that on the left-hand side, crossing for deep. But set pieces, corners, even defending, perhaps. Carroll's decent at that, but you've just got to get crosses in. So we'll have to see how Newcastle set up this evening. A couple of questions about Alan Saint-Maximin. Why isn't he playing? He's just come back from France. He had long COVID, so he has to still be out for, I think it's up to 2 weeks. He was pictured, and the club put a statement out in Sainsbury's, and he was fine to do that. So no qualms about Alan Saint-Maximin. He'll probably be back for maybe the Arsenal game a week on Monday. Might be a more realistic target as well. Quick question, Lee. Would you agree that we play Wilson to rest him for the next match? No, I think that has to be the way around. I think the Sheffield United game is a bigger game for us, because if we lose that and we lose against a team that hasn't won all season, already the morale currently is 6 games in. We haven't won. We expect to go out tonight. That's 7 games. If we don't beat Sheffield United, that's 8 games. And the pressure's already on Bruce because he's biting a few times as well. But remember, tonight, there's no extra time. It goes to penalties tonight. There's no replay tonight. So it has to be decided tonight. We're going to talk now about the lineups in a second, because I can see Adam is waiting to come in. But we're going to just quickly drop back a couple of minutes from what the lads were talking about an Arsenal. Do you fear Arsenal? That's what I want to know from you in the comments. Do Arsenal scare you? For me, they don't. They do have some talented individuals, but the fear factor in Arsenal is not there for me. This is what we spoke about last night.
No, it's just eternal optimism. It's just brilliant that they've found their form when we're down to play them. It's just great, good for them.
I know. Let's have a look at the recent fixtures from the last 6. So, obviously, the draw with Southampton, a defeat against Everton, and then the defeat against Manchester City. So, a few tough games there, but they've came out with a fantastic win against Chelsea, a away win against Brighton and West Brom, which you would probably think they should win that. So, they're back winning games as well. But what's alarmed me is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Sam, has only scored 3 goals all season.
Yeah, he's been a bit quiet, hasn't he? I mean, cue him scoring a hat-trick tomorrow. But for his standards, that is quiet. Thing is, whenever I look at him, I just remember we were linked so heavily to him before he joined Dortmund in the Guardiola era, weren't we? Same with Lacazette. Yeah. But yeah, he's obviously a quality player and not one to be taken lightly, despite his kind of quiet goal scoring record so far this season. I mean, that squad's still filled with quality, isn't it?
You look at that squad, Liam. I mean, there's still plenty of talent in that squad, and they're struggling. I know they've won 3 in the bounce, but for Arsenal to be down so far where they are, practically over probably 2/3 of that squad would start for Newcastle. Who jumps out at you? Obviously, we mentioned Aubameyang. Is anybody else in the Arsenal side that you got to be wary of?
Willian. And that's Saka, I think he's called, the young English lad.
Yeah.
Him.
Supports Newcastle. His dad drilled it in when he was a youngster, and he supports the Toon. So there you go.
Really?
Yeah, he's a Toon supporter.
Why is he at Arsenal then? Like, how are he? You know what I mean?
London lad, isn't he? Saka, Willian, any for you, Sam? Lacazette, you mentioned.
Thomas Partey is fit and should be playing tomorrow, which, again, great great news for Arsenal. Good for them. I really like Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, he scored a great goal the other week, didn't he?
Yeah, I really like this guy. Real quality player, and he'll be on the left-hand side of the three. I agree, they'll play three at the back, and he can do it all. He's up there with Chilwell for me for the real, and Robertson for the real good kind of left-sided defenders.
Have they got too many average players, Liam? They've got some great players as well, but have they got a lot of people on the bench out of the team who are just average? Whereas if you look at a Chelsea or a Man United or an Arsenal, they've got better players to come in and rotate.
See, I think they've got average and poor. I think there's a lot of poor players in that team for being like an Arsenal team. So if you look at that Greek kid, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's terrible.
Socrates.
Willis. David Luiz is terrible. And that Egyptian lad, El Neni, I think he's called. He's shocking. But then I think you've got like Rob Holding. I don't think he's anything great. So like he's like an average player. And I think we've got average. I think we've got average to poor. They've got average to poor on the bench. Like if you look at Chelsea's team, they're all world class players. I don't think apart from the starting 11, there's not world class players in that team.
So now that we've just said that, I think we're going to get better tonight. Now we've just criticised loads of Arsenal players. Last night, I'm joined by...
Liam was on one there.
You wasn't stopping. I'm joined by Mr. Adam Phillips. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. You?
I'm a lot better this week, thanks for asking. I've had a bit of a flu, but yeah, I'm all right now. You're sporting a bit of a retro shirt there, I see.
It is 1972.
I believe you can get that. I believe you can get that somewhere, can't you?
There it is, bottom right. Lovely top.
Bottom right. That's the top that...
20 quid in the sale, this one. It's quality.
20 quid. If you want to get all your retro shirts, they are available on 3 Retro. Brandon's just watched up there. You might be joining in the watch along at half time as well. So that'll be good. But Adam, have you seen the lineups?
I literally, honestly, mate, I keep doing this every week. I've literally just come in, set all this up. So I've tried to put Sky Sports on there, and it's just got the results on. So I haven't seen a thing yet.
Oh, let's talk about it, because we always bring it in when we talk about lineups. So here it is. This is the lineup. I'll let you have a little deeks at that, then I'll run you through the lineups and ask you a few questions on it. So in goal, everybody, we've got Martin Dubravka returns. Fantastic to see him back. Emil Kraft looks like he's playing right back rather than the right wing back role. Over on the left hand side, Paul Dummett will come back into the side. It looks like it's Lascelles and Clark again. Lascelles has been past fit with his COVID issues. You could have Hayden drop into centre back and make it wing backs, but I don't think we'll do it. I think it will be Hayden, Sean Longstaff. There is talk that Sean Longstaff could be in the 10. Hendrick's probably going to be over on the right-hand side. Almiron's probably on the left. I actually think Joe Linton will be in the 10. I know some people might say Sean needs that role, but I think it'll be Joe Linton in support of Andy Carroll. And then on the bench, you've got Gillespie, Matty, Longstaff, Matt Ritchie, Dwight Gale, DeAndre Edlin, Jacob Murphy, and Elliot Anderson. What's your initial first thought, Adam?
Well, it's going to be a tough game. It's a pretty uninspiring team. I think everyone will look at it and just like kind of puff the cheeks. Are they really going to do much? It's going to be very very defensive again, which we all know. You look at it and you go, that's about it. Is there anyone really to get excited about now? Not really. Pretty frustrated Joe Linton starting, if I'm honest. I really think Dwight Gale needs a game.
Why is he not playing?
I don't know. Like the goal against West Brom, I thought, this could, he's going to start again. It shouldn't be his fitness now. He's been back fit 6 or 7 weeks. It shouldn't be his fitness. I thought I would have started Gale ahead of Joe Linton. No, Gale's not so much of a number 10. But again, I'd go more 2 up front. It's a bit uninspiring. Hendrick coming in. There's no one I really look at and go, he's gonna grab the game by the scruff of the neck. Good to see Carroll start, to be honest. I think Wilson, I agree. I don't know if it was just you who just mentioned Lee. Wilson's good to sit this one out. He needs to be fit for Sheffield United next week. in this game that none of us are really expecting to get much from.
Look at that, man. Someone's slagging off Charlton Athletics in the Tin Pot Club. I don't know who else they're trying to slag off. I know, lads, hope you get the win from a United fan. Of course, Ibrahim, you would say that, of course. Spurs for life is in the comments as well. We hate Arsenal, we hate Arsenal, we hate Arsenal. Oh, we hate Arsenal. We've got a few Spurs. Look at all these Spurs fans jumping in as well.
No?
Newcastle today, well, and it's... we'll obviously quickly run through your comments. We'll get back to the lineups as well. Newcastle fans, who do you want to see relegated? For me, it's if we go back to games, it's the long distance teams. I actually want Sheffield United to stay up. It's only a 2-hour drive. Get rid of the London clubs for me. Get them relegated. Get rid of. I'd love to see the likes of Southampton down, but that's not going to be happening. If we take, we can dream. Look at the bench though. Elliot Anderson's on the bench. There was a few fans on the Facebook page and Twitter wanting him to start tonight. Are you disappointed that he's not getting the chance?
Yeah, again, the team you just look at and you go, Hendrick's getting a chance again, Jolinton's getting a chance again, Almiron again, Longstaff again. Is it time for a bit of fresh blood or a bit fresh, I seen Bruce's press conference where he kind of compared Anderson to Matty Longstaff, where Matty Longstaff was thrown in the deep end and ended up scoring the winner against Man U. So I thought, is that a bit of a hint he's going to start? I just think there's too many lads on that team sheet who've just had chance after chance after chance. Are they really going to get us through the FA Cup fourth round? They just don't inspire me. That team doesn't really inspire me.
Yeah, it'd be great to see Elliot Anderson because obviously he's a local lad from our neck of the woods. Again, when he's been on the bench, I think the last time, correct me if I'm wrong, was the Palace win. Chuck him on,
Yeah.
At least
he needs to start getting minutes.
Yeah, because he's in around the squad now and he's in between the under-23s and the first team, and we don't know what's going to happen with the under-23s, whether that season's going to be postponed again because of the COVID situation, but it would be really good. You've talked about Dwight Gale as well already. I just think when the lad's on his way out, even if it's not now, it's definitely in the summer. You've seen people getting picked ahead of him. Andy Carroll getting picked ahead of him. You've seen Jolinton. You've seen, obviously, Wilson were now that, but there's too many people playing ahead of him for me. I think I feel for the lad a little bit, me.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumours Scott Parker and Sam Allardyce are interested in him. Obviously, teams that are scrapping for their life. He'd go and do a brilliant job for a team like that. And for him, I hope he gets a move because he deserves to be starting some games. We've had the same conversation in the league for the last 5 or 6 weeks. He's just not getting a chance. He's out of contract in a few months. Could we cash him if Bruce, it's not in Bruce's plans, get 4 or 5 million from this transfer window? But it'd be a poor move giving him to someone like West Brom or Fulham because he will score goals if he's playing week in, week out. You
can't strengthen your rivals down the bottom because Newcastle are getting slowly dragged into it. Not yet, but I think if the results keep going, we're going to be in a scrap.
We're free falling down then.
Yeah, we are the team to watch. We're near the bottom of the form guide as well. A couple of questions there. What do you reckon of the Liverpool-Aston Villa game? Obviously, we can take the mickey out of Villa because we don't like Villa fans because they laugh at Newcastle fans and so on. But it's just the competition that demises it a little bit when you see kids going up against Liverpool. But to only get beat by 3 goals, credit to the under-18s, under-23s as well. We're going back to that team. Jacob Murphy is not in that lineup. Surely, and we didn't want to get in the debate of Johnny and Sam, who's the best crosser, but surely you'd play Murphy on the right-hand side to whip the balls in for Andy Carroll.
Especially if Hendrick's playing there, which I do think he will be. It'll be quite annoying. Yeah, you're just scratching your head sometimes. We've got, Jacob Murphy needs a run in the team. Even if he has a poor game, it doesn't necessarily mean he should come out the next week because it does his confidence no good. And certainly if Hendrick's on the right, I'd much rather see Murphy. But Bruce's selections, I can never second guess these days.
Yeah, there's a couple of comments there where sound is fine. Lawrence's comment there, we might see you later on tonight. Lawrence, if you're coming on the fan reaction show, which will be at 7:45, I think it is. Yeah, 7:45. So if you want to have your say on the results or transfers, whatever, please join us a little bit later on. The lineup as well, Matt Ritchie back on the bench. Obviously, Jamal Lewis we knew wasn't going to be available, so I thought Ritchie might start tonight. DeAndre Yedlin drops back to the bench. Obviously, he's played the last 4. What do you make of the system then, Adam? It looks like it's a 4-4-1-1 or a 4-5-1. It's definitely 4 at the back, surely.
Yeah, 4-4-5-1 for me is probably Joelinton probably going to tuck in on the left. Yeah, probably.
Is Almiron in the 10?
Possibly. You just never know. Honestly, you just never know. You see them line up. Maybe Almiron's number 10, but sitting also in this, more like a sitting number 10 rather than, getting bombing forward. It's going to be a very direct game. It's, again, we mentioned it when Callum Wilson's playing. We need to get, if we're going to get a result, it's set pieces. What Andy Carroll and Lascelles, Kieran Clark can all, win headers in the box. And if we are going to play direct, which we will, Almiron and Joelinton have to be close to Andy Carroll. Otherwise, it's just going to be a straight 90 minutes again. Arsenal will try and play out from the back. They've got some decent footballers, so hopefully we can win the physical battles. Any games, they've been rare, but games we have won at the Emirates in the past, it's been us winning the physical battles.
Yeah, it's a very good point that you made, that Adam, physicality with Andy Carroll and Joelinton up top. So Joelinton actually does win quite a few headers. It's just they're never gone anywhere. That's the problem. So if he's got Carroll winning the headers, I think Carroll needs runners. That's why I think Gale would have been perfect tonight for little and large. But there's a great question that came in. It was from a Liverpool fan, and I want to bring it up because Arsenal took out a big loan, over 100 million, because obviously the financial situation with COVID and that. Why don't Newcastle go and get a £100 million loan from the bank? We did that, didn't we, to get Almiron a couple of years ago, and Ashley had to dip in when we were in the Championship as well, to not so much keep us afloat, but keep us in guidance with fair play. Why don't the club do that?
I don't think there's going to be any kind of business like that. Why Ashley's actively looking to sell. That's why probably. It's probably just loan deals, and probably that in going into summer as well. If we're still in the Premier League, there's not going to be much business like that. If he's trying to sell, I can't see him going to get £150 million loan now. And Arsenal obviously want to progress. They want to get up the table, whereas we're happy just sat between 14th and the bottom, really. So he's not going to do anything like that, I wouldn't think.
Just looking at a couple of them who are out, obviously Isaac Hayden's not available. Wilson, we know, is not available. And Fernandez are probably the big three. Are they just being rested for Tuesday, Adam?
Probably. If we lose Tuesday, watch us drop in the bottom three in a couple of weeks. And I think Steve Bruce, although he won't admit it, knows that. Unfortunately, we don't like to go into a game with a defeatist attitude, but the way we set up and the way we play, and we have been for weeks and months now, we've all resigned ourselves that we're probably going to get comfortably beat tonight. And again, you see the team, it's pretty uninspiring. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully at the end, we're all buzzing, we're in the fourth round. But we all know it's going to be a long stretch of game with the tactics and the predictability that we always have.
Yeah, I know it's going to be a frustrating night. Look, I think if we get put out tonight, I think you'll probably see on the watch along, it's expected in all the videos later on tonight. We're not expecting a result. I think the mood will lift if we do, but who knows? I think Newcastle's best chance is probably penalties, to be honest. Sean Longstaff has a divided opinion as well, Adam. I've seen a few comments. Why is he starting again and not Matty? Why is Sean in and Matty isn't? Again, is he thinking Tuesday Matty comes in?
To be fair, for me, Matty needs a rest. I thought he could have done with a spell against last game. Mine's gone blank.
Leicester.
He looked tired. He looked very tired in the Leicester game. He obviously hasn't played a lot of football, and that was his third game in a row. So I understand why he's rested tonight. Sean's getting a good run of games, but again, just not really doing much. Just the games are bypassing him. He's not taking them by the scruff of the neck. To me, doesn't really look like he's wanting to be here. I expect the local lad to be, covering every blade of grass, to be in every tackle. Doesn't give me that. Isaac Hayden does. He doesn't. But Hayden is Hayden playing today? Yeah, yes,
yeah, I've mentioned Hayden's not playing before, didn't I? So ignore me.
No, sorry, that's what I was saying. I thought you threw us off there. I was like, oh, who's not playing? But Hayden, he does play better with
Fernandez.
He does play better with Hayden alongside him. So hopefully he has a bit of a better game, but he does need to start improving significantly.
Ignore me, people, because I did say Hayden wasn't playing. He is playing. I'm just blind as a bat. He is playing Isaac Hayden. It's Fernandez and Wilson will probably be considered for Tuesday. Matty might be as well. Paul Dummett, He returns as well. Left back, it looks like. Good to see him again back.
Yeah, a lot of the Lewis critics will be happy to see Dummett's a bit more solid defensively. Does give 100% every game. I am a fan of Paul Dummett. Just his fitness, he's not a young lad anymore. He should be in the prime of his career now. Hopefully he gets a strong game, but hopefully it'd be nice to see him get 90 minutes. That'd be a good sign for him.
Tony Kelly, I know you've asked that twice. I'll answer that question for you. How much Lascelles? Look, Lascelles has been very indifferent the last 18 months. He's the captain, so he'll play. Does that give him the right to play? Not for me. I think you should earn your spot, but what he does have is fantastic leadership. Probably more so off the pitch. I know he commands and speaks on the pitch, but I think Federico Fernandez does that as well. But if you are going to go in for Jamal Lascelles and a bid comes in, it will be a stupid bid because he's English. And obviously with Brexit rules, yeah, it's harder to sign foreign players now. But you're getting a very indifferent player. That's probably... Would you go along with that, Adam?
Yeah, 100%. He's the type of player who should be at his age now. Is he 26, 27?
I think it's 26, yeah.
Should be banging on the England door, but he's nowhere near that. Absolutely nowhere near. You look at people like John Stones at Man City, his form's been indifferent, but he's starting to show Gareth Southgate why he needs to be involved. Lascelles needs to do that. But he makes too many mistakes. He makes far too many mistakes. His positioning is woeful for centre half at times. And Fernandez gets him out of a lot of trouble.
Yeah, there's another question that's come in. If you could choose two signings from the Premier League in our £40 million budget, who would you sign? Well, that's such a tough one because I need a list. I need time to have a look at that and write a list, dude. Yeah. I think realistic, if you had 40 million, that's great. But I think it will be a loan spell that will go for on 2 loans. So Jetro Williams is probably the ideal one. Makes sense. Maybe a small fee just to sign him on a pre. Give 2 million for him on loan for the rest of the season, then make a permanent whenever we want. And then, but then again, Brandon Williams, I could say happening. It's not what I want, but I could say that happening because he can play left or right, and that ticks a lot of boxes that Bruce is after. But I think we need goals from midfield. I've said that a while now. We're second top goal scorer starts tonight in Jeff Hendrick. In fact, he is our top goal scorer in that lineup tonight, and that's embarrassing.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right. I've just looked at that. Jeff Hendrick is our top goal scorer in that whole 18 squad tonight.
So you got 2.
He's got 2, and that's embarrassing.
West Ham and was it Leeds? One of Leeds.
Tap in, yeah. 2 goals and he's the top scorer. I think that's for me where the problem is. Goals from midfield. It'll be fantastic to see that. Emil Kraft comes in as well, who's very defensive. It's one of them. We seem to be talking about right backs every week, Adam. So I think we'll leave the right backs off because we're always talking about right backs every blooming show. And then what about Dubravka? Positivity, he's back, Adam.
Yeah, great to see him back. Good to see how he gets on. Start pushing Carl Darlow. That's what he wants. He needs to have it. He's going to have a busy night. Obviously, Carl Darlow's been making save after save, world-class saves here and there. If Dubravka makes a mistake tonight, it's the decision's made for Bruce. Really, there's been a lot of debate, on the socials over the week who should be starting this and that, and majority believe it's Carl Darlow. But I think if you've brought up a couple of times, Lee, if Darlow is unfortunate enough to get an injury, would you be happy with Dubravka coming in? Of course you would. But Dubravka's not going to be happy as a number 2. No way.
None of them are, and it's great competition. It reminds me back when Harper was at his peak, and Bobby was rotating Harper. Then it was Harper and given for about a month because he was so undecided because that was Harper's peak, and Given's always been consistent. That reminds me when we had 2 brilliant goalkeepers. So that is obviously the tune. Let's have a look at Arsenal before Carl is going to come in and take over the place. I don't know where my Arsenal lineup has gone, so apologies on that. Let's where am I going? How are we, Arsenal? Let's have a look at Arsenal's lineup because again they've got some talented players. Here we go. And I looked at this as well originally at the top of the show, Adam. It's still a very, very strong side. They're probably the only 2 that have been, I didn't say dropped, rested maybe, as Lacazette and Saka. So that is still a strong lineup.
Yeah, Arteta's got to go for the FA Cup this year. He's under a lot of pressure in the league. They're not going to finish top 4. I'll be very surprised if they did. It's still early, but very surprised that they've pulled off some great results recently. They're starting to find the form. They play some great football when they get the ball down. Aubameyang, he hasn't scored a lot of goals, but he's still a dangerous player. Taney, I'm a big fan of as fullback. They've got some good young ones. Willian's a dangerous player. Pepe, not that big of a fan of.
Yeah, Pepe's just said there. Pepe's a massive flop.
But
Martinelli's apparently injured in the lineup now, lads. So it looks like there's been a change. So is that a warm up that he's been out and injured? So we don't know. But Martinelli's a very talented youngster, burst on the scenes about 18 months ago. So it looks like he's out of the lineup. Can you please let us know in the comments who's come in for Martinelli? That'll be a good help for us all. So Adam, are you still there? He's decided to freeze on us. Okay, no worries. Right, okay. Give Elliot Anderson a chance. Newcastle away, says Jack as well. Good to see Dubravka back as well, says James. Start Elliot Anderson again, another chance as well. Well, whilst we wait for Adam to come back in, I'll see if I can add him to the stream again. No, it looks like he's disconnected. I'll wait for Adam to come back in. This is when you're live. So looking at Arsenal, and Martinelli is out, as we just said as well. Sam's obviously already laughing in the comments saying Adam looks like he's in a permanent state of shock. He must have been, his internet connection has gone. Arsenal with that lineup, Newcastle will definitely win 3-1. Wow, Charles, that's saying something, because I'm not that confident, to be honest with you. But Aubameyang, Newcastle were actually linked to him, if Arsenal fans didn't know this. Before he went to Bundesliga, when he played for Saint-Etienne, Newcastle were heavily looking at that time. Newcastle were in the French market, if you just remember, when we're buying the likes of Kabay and Sissoko and Gouffran and Debuchy and etc., etc. Some of them massive flops, some of them not so. But Newcastle were looking at Lacazette and Aubameyang for a good while. It must have been a good 12 to 18 months. And unfortunately, none of them fancied the move. But obviously, there is a picture of Aubameyang playing in Heaton for people who not from the area. He was playing for, he's in the Olympics. He played a friendly against a non-league side, and it just looked very strange. Aubameyang on the wing in non-league football, it's just a bit weird as well. Stephen's come in with a question saying, if Bruce sets up like Bielsa leads and attacks teams and got hammered every week, would you still want him out? I think that's a different mindset. So if Newcastle were to be a bit more attacking, I think Newcastle fans, and I'm sure you would, Stephen, would say, yeah, we'll accept that, because the football is just drab to watch tonight. If you're neutral watching this, you're not going to enjoy it. You're not going to enjoy Newcastle. They're up there for me with West Brom, Burnley as poor teams to watch. It's awful to watch. Willian is a fantastic talent. He hasn't hit the heights playing for Arsenal, so I don't know what's happening with Willian currently at the minute with his form, but it was a big deal that they signed him on. A couple of obviously online personalities not happy with how it went with the signing Willian, because he's getting on, the Brazilian as well. Jack said Elliot Anderson, give him a chance soon. Would you take Harvey Elliott from Liverpool? Yeah, he's on loan at the moment, doing well at Blackburn. Yeah, big things expected of Harvey Elliott. Liverpool obviously are fantastic youth academy, do pinch talent as well as local, and they do pinch talent nationally as well. If you look at Raheem Sterling a few years ago, he's not a Liverpool boy, he's a London boy. He's beyond QPR's book, so he's a talent. So keep an eye out for the name of Harvey Elliott. Looks like it could be Lacazette or Nketiah placing Martinelli, because they have two strikers on the bench as well. We are the worst team to watch. Soul-destroying football. And Nelson, there we go. Reece Nelson has been added to Arsenal's lineup, so we've just found out. Freeze Buster is back with us. Are you okay, Adam? Are you with us?
Yeah, sorry, mate.
You froze for a bit, and Sam was already in the comments laughing already.
My Wi-Fi went off.
It looks like Reece Nelson has replaced Martinelli, so thank you very much for that, James. I've already talked about a few strikers as well. Pepe, you said already, Adam, he's very hit and miss. Big money spent on him. Is he a bigger flop than what Joe Linton is?
Was he 72 million?
Was something really ridiculous like that,
given the price tag, yeah. And, Arsenal should be pushing the Champions League. The money they spend, so 72 million, you'd you'd be expecting 20 goals a season for that. He's nowhere near that. Very indecisive, very weak, not physically cut out for the Premier League. How old is he? He's not that old, is he?
Yeah, he's still a young lad. I think he's got to be 23, 24, 25. So he's
still young, big price tag. So he still could come good. There's still time for him, but if there's any club he could get a couple of goals against, it's us.
Yeah, spot on. So that's Willock, obviously another lad who expecting big things of him, English talent. I think for me with Willock is he's now got to start being a regular. Now he kind of be in and out of the side now. If he's not a regular at Arsenal, he probably needs a move, get out on loan perhaps, get a move elsewhere and make his name of his own. Jody Sancaster has said, is this not classed as a nighttime game, Adam? Hope you're well, mate, despite the high voice. Yeah, a bit of an inside joke. Adam's not allowed up late. And if we do score tonight, there will be some high-pitched celebrations, no doubt whatsoever. Who do you want as Newcastle manager after Bruce? Anybody but Bruce.
Yeah, depends who's. If it's under Ashley, then just you might as well keep Bruce. But if it was a new regime going forward, spending money, I'd like to see Gerrard in. I think he'd be a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, Johnny's a fan of Steven Gerrard as well, and Allegri says Charles as well. I mean, you'll have to pay the big dollars to get the big names again. Carl is joining with us. He's having technical issues. He does have a fancy layout which he's trying to master. So he is coming on the show and taking over from me. Otherwise, because we start this watch along, I'm not going to say what's going on. So Adam will have to commentate. Psst, cat down. My cat is trying to jump on my webcam. This happens when you're live. Move. Cat. Right. And then El Neni, I really didn't rate, to be honest with you. So, where if looking at that midfield or the defence, where are they weak, Adam?
Not a big fan of David Luiz. I think it'll be a big battle between him and Andy Carroll. That I'd expect Andy Carroll to win, to wind him up. He's very much like Mitrovic. When he starts, you always think, there's a red card in there, every game. So I'm hoping we can get it to him, wind him up. He's very clumsy. So I'd say their weakness. Like that, but again, it's got to get people around Andy Carroll. That is a must to do. Otherwise, we might as well pack up and go home now.
Yeah. James said Martinelli is indeed replaced by Nelson. Yeah, thanks, mate. We were told a little bit earlier by James. So the lineup that you've got is incorrect. Martinelli is out. Nelson is in. Teeny, I'm expecting him to bomb on down that left side. So that's going to be up against Emil Krath as well. So Krath is very defensive, anyways. On the other side, you've got Cedric, who comes back into the side. He hasn't hit the height. I know he scored on his Arsenal debut, but he hasn't made that right back his own yet. Obviously, competition with Hector Bellerin as well. So on the left-hand side, you've got Paul Dummett, who's very defensive as well. So we've got
Sky is BBC is setting us up at 5 across the back. We're Hayden as a centre half. So that just sums it up.
I wouldn't surprise me because I did say that at the top of the show as well. Hayden could be in a false position. Adam Pringle, who runs Newcastle's Twitter, he could be playing centre back. Marie, who is the Brazilian signing who we got last season, got injured, so he didn't play much last season. Again, you'll not be up against many players like Andy Carroll in his young career. So this might be a bit of a shock from. I would agree, Adam, with you. You got to get Andy Carroll's in the right way, muscle, elbows, head. Yeah. Against these two lads. David Luiz is a bit more experienced, so you'll probably wind. You mentioned Carroll wind Luiz, it might be the other way around as well. But I think Murray could be could be the one that we target. What do you make of Leno as a goalkeeper?
He's getting better. I think he started off very shaky, but he is getting better. He's catching, getting a lot better. His shot stopping better, but he's slowly improving. I can see why he's the number one now. I couldn't 6 months ago. And the game's underway there. Newcastle kicking off.
Yeah, I can't take mate because I've got no TV in this room. I've moved the TV out, so you'll have to comment as well. I'm just waiting for Carl to come in so I can get off the stream, and Carl will be taking over for us. I think he's on his way now. We'll just see if he's gone. Ooh, he looks very fancy. Wait for him. I think I need a countdown just for this alone. Can we just, Adam, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop you out, and I'm going to drop Carl. I'm going to drop Carl, and I'm going to come out as well, just so everybody can experience the new Mark Goldbridge. Everybody, you've got to see this.
Oh, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, new Mark Goldridge apparently, but I've had too many technical issues trying to get this sorted today. So, yeah.
Looking good, mate. Looking good.
Yeah, right, Carl. I'll leave it up to Mark Goldbridge. I'll leave it up to you. Enjoy your stream. Some nice fancy graphics. Please give the video a like for the effort that Carl has put in tonight. Hopefully, when I speak to you later on, we've got to win. Enjoy your match and the watch along one.
Speak to you in a bit, mate. Oh,
good, mate.
Yeah, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Free kick already. Let's get this in the box.
What have you been up to today?
Not a lot. Just had the burnout, really. Sick of the weather, sick of the snow, sick of the cold, sick of the lockdown, sick of the football.
How's the chat been on here?
Yeah, a lot of Tottenham fans giving us some support. Not many predictions. I mean, it's 2 minutes gone there, and Dubravka's already had 2 saves to make, although pretty straightforward saves. It's just going to sum up how the 90 minutes is going to be.
Yeah, definitely.
You got it on live, I assume.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. All good.
No, I haven't seen many people predict us a win, but you never know.
I've only got the predicted lineup on here, like of what they were lining up with. How different is it? Like Mustafi, Chambers, Louise, Cedric.
Louise is playing. Don't think Mustafi is. Lee just did have it up before. They've got Aubameyang up top. Williams playing. They've got a strong team. Arteta needs to win this game. Arteta needs to, compete for the FA Cup to take the pressure off him a bit. So, because the pressure's massively back on him if he goes out to us.
Yeah, definitely. Geordie, good to have you in, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. Spurs fans, hopefully we get a result. Chris, appreciate it, mate. I'll have 1-0 tune. Hopefully we can pull that through, Steve.
Is that there's Stevie Taylor?
We wish. See Newcastle winning, but if Alba catches form, it's going to be straight win for them, definitely. 4-0 Arsenal. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, absolutely. From all Spurs fans, come on Newcastle, beat their stupid Gunners.
I mean, Andy Carroll started well. He's grafting. He's just dropping too deep. He's getting the ball a couple of times already. And when he's playing the ball, there's no one in the box because he's having to do the work. So, hopefully he can keep that up because he's got great work rate when he's fit.
Yeah, definitely. What should I change this to?
The few hours to create that one then?
Yeah, I did a bit last night, mate, and then just had to do a little bit this morning. So I was just one of them. I couldn't sleep last night. I was just like, I'll just do some stuff for tomorrow.
I haven't been able to look forward to this game. It's one of them. I just kind of resigned myself to losing.
Yeah, I feel the same as well.
Dangerous free kick to Arsenal. How dumb it's just wiped Pepe out there. Probably lucky not to get a yellow card, to be honest. But
how many crosses will we actually get into Carroll? Probably not enough. Nick, piss off, mate. If we lose this, we've not won a game in 7. I know. Chris, here you're a Sunderland boy. Jesus. Hi, James. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well.
Yeah,
good to have you in.
Nah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Some of my pals being prats.
No, give him some stick. Give him some stick. It'll be a good watch along when we've got Villa mind. I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh, it'll be a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Yeah, it will be good. Will be a good crack.
There's Willian lining up to take it. Absolutely shite straight in the wall.
He's not been half the player, has he? That he was at Chelsea.
No, I think you can see why Chelsea let him go.
Yeah.
I've raised a few eyebrows at the time, like selling him, or did he go on a free? Possibly go on a free to rivals, but you can see kind of why Lampard was happy to let him go. I remember when we played that Russian team years ago, Anzi at St James. He was playing for them at the time when they were pumping money.
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
He was a great player. He was a young lad. Still good. He'd probably walk in our team.
Who else did they have up front at the time?
Samuel Leto.
Yes, yeah, it was Eto, yeah.
Absolutely pumping money in the club.
Shane, I know that's you. If they had Peter Crouch in the box, make sure to cross it. Definitely. Come on, the Marina South Shields FC holding the flame for the North East. Salah's on 200k and Williams on 220k. I didn't realise he was on that much money.
Who's that?
Williams on 220 grand a week.
There's a ball in the box from Hendrick, nowhere near anyone. Knocking it around all right though. When we do have the ball, we are passing it along the floor. It's not just direct. It's good to see Dummett back in the team.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm surprised at how much experience is in there. If that makes it. There's a lot of hard workers in that team. I feel.
Yeah. And Jeff Hendrick.
Jeff Hendrick.
Andy Carroll started well. Andy Carroll's really trying to get on the ball as much as he can. Knocking the ball around. Clark. I always feel the Arsenal back four's got a mistake in them. So good football. Got playing well on the edge of their box here. Andy Carroll's up here. Oh, just couldn't get his head on it.
Where's Mark Viduka now? Who's a free transfer this window? Newcastle going to make to strengthen. I have no idea. Off the top of my head.
I know there's a couple of Man U were being linked to. Oh, that's a bad tackle, that. Jamal Lascelles miles off the pace there. He's really wiped someone out. Yellow card, deservedly so. Bad tackle, that actually. Lost a bit weight, Lascelles. Obviously, might be down to that COVID, but he seems he lost a bit weight.
Yeah, because he looked like he did look like he put a bit on, didn't he, in terms of movement and stuff.
Well, I say he's lost a bit of weight. He's still slow to that. That's a terrible challenge. But no, there's like Marcus Rojo at Man U will link to, who's out of contract. Someone else at Man U. But they're on big wages, so.
As what was I going to say? Who was on the bench, mate? I didn't see who was on the bench. Sorry for us.
We've got Richie Dwight Gale, Jacob Murphy, Mankillo. Oh, these are in here. Oh, and I can't think of the rest. Decent bench though. I'm surprised Dwight Gale didn't get a start.
Diego Costa was on a free, bring him in. I don't think we'd fork out the money for his wages, mate.
Yeah.
1980s NUC away shirt, yeah. Shocking tackle, that, like.
That was a bad tackle. Can you see Dubravka leaving because you can imagine him knocking on Bruce's door? Not guaranteed #1 football coming up the Euros. Can you see him want to leave on loan at least?
Yeah, if Darlow's going to stick at #1, which I expect him to, then yeah, I don't expect Dubravka to stay, mate.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a loan deal this window for him. Really wouldn't. Not because he doesn't want to be at the club, but because he wants to play for Slovakia in the Euros. Good result for Chorley earlier and all. Did you see that?
Yeah, mate. I was gonna do a watch along of that, to be honest, just early on, because I thought there might be an upset. So
Yeah.
fair play to him. I was gonna do it on the second channel and do it for their next game or something.
Teams like that, I'd hate for this Newcastle team to have to go and play somewhere like that away, because just don't know if we've got the character to get through the games.
Well, the lads were talking about it last night about Villa's youngsters against Liverpool, and we're having a bit of banter saying, "Oh, I don't think Newcastle will be able to do a number on them." And I was thinking, you know what, we probably wouldn't.
You never know. They did themselves no hardship Villa last night.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Newcastle go for Depay from Lyon. He's better than what Newcastle have apparently. He's going for 5 to 10 million. Has he really slipped down that much?
Be interesting to see where we could get 5 million from, to be honest.
Miggy having a go at Kraft then. I missed that.
Yeah, it just wasn't overlapping.
These game time minutes asking a lot to throw him in and not play for weeks, yeah.
To be fair, we started well. 11 minutes, 11 and a half minutes gone. When we're getting the ball, we're trying to keep it. We're trying to play a bit more positive than I thought it'd be.
Yeah. I thought the numbers might be a bit up today, but then I thought everyone's probably watching Arsenal Fans TV's perspective instead.
How many's on?
Not many. Just under 90 at the moment. They've got 12,000 watching them.
They always do, though. They've got a studio on that there, man.
Yeah. Get Joe Linton off. Bit early. Not once confidence in the key players tells a familiar story. I know. It's what I'm not talking much because of just same old story. And like Adam said, I can't get up for this game. It's the FA Cup, and I don't feel like it's the FA Cup.
No,
do you know what I mean?
It's it's a cup we should be going for. I think I'm still a bit the kicking still. I'm still the air kicked out of me from that Brentford game.
Yeah,
because I just love to see us in a cup final. In my lifetime, and I thought that was a good chance for us to see it. Or at least get into a semi-final. But so it's still a bit raw that.
Definitely. So if we look bored and we're not talking much, just engage in the comments. We'll have a chat instead. What minute are you on, Ad?
What minute? 13 minutes, 17 seconds.
Yeah, that's what it's on live on the telly, mate. I can't imagine you being front. The stream might be a little bit behind, though, when you're dropping a comment in.
Yeah, the comments don't come up straight away, so... No, but it's a big game. Is it Tuesday night? We've got Sheffield United. That's the biggest game of the season so far.
That's the one.
Because they'll be rubbing their hands. They'll be right up for that.
Then we've got this lot again the week after, or Saturday after. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, the watch-alongs aren't made any easier by the way we play. For anyone who's wondering. It's not like we can talk about our different tactics each week or our different. It's always the same, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I've still been speaking to people like during the week who are happy with how we played against Leicester. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
No, I don't either, mate. It's sorry. Thank you. My stream is behind. Yeah, no worries, mate. Would you rather beat Arsenal in the league or win this FA Cup game against them? That honestly depends on how Sheffield United goes. I think I want a run in the FA Cup. It'd be great, but
FA Cup for me. I love a cup. I love a cup run. We just don't, we don't get them enough, and we couldn't have asked for a harder title. These are the holders as well, aren't they?
I can't even remember. Mate.
Yeah, they are. Arteta won the FA Cup last year.
Good question from Nick there, to be fair. Would you rather 11 John Joe Shelby's on the pitch or 11 Joe Lintons?
I'd probably rather have 11 nicks, to be fair. And I don't even know who he is.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, Shelby. I don't even know if Shelby's on the bench. To be fair, so I can't remember if Lee rents him out, but he's just not in the picture at the minute.
No.
To be fair, you don't want to sell him to a Premier League rival. But if you could get, that if there's money there to be had, is he worth selling? Because I think his head's not out of the club. Like,
No, I feel the same. But I think Joe Linton probably works harder than he does. He's not.
Well, he works
harder.
Harder. I mean, you've seen West Ham just sold Sebastian Haller this week.
Yeah.
I think did they get 15 million ish?
What did they pay for him? 20?
No, I'm sure they paid more than that. I'm sure they paid big money for him.
Oh,
I've seen the
might have been
comparison.
close to 40, mightn't it?
Aye, because that's what I mean. Like compared to Linton, West Ham lost about 20 million on that deal,
Yeah.
and that's what's going to happen to us the day we come to sell Linton. It's big money. Like,
Haller's not been as inconsistent as Joe Linton, has he? I thought he started off quite brightly.
Yeah, I thought he'd done all right this season, but last season he was terrible. I don't think that the Hammers fans ever really took to him.
Interesting. Any free transfers you would go for? Championship players? Championship players. Any striker at the moment, to be honest. I know I actually wouldn't mind people like Adam Armstrong and Ivan Toney back at the club.
I'd have one of them back. But they're gonna. We couldn't afford them now. That's the ironic thing. We couldn't afford Adam Armstrong or Ivan Toney now because you'd probably Blackburn and Brentford are probably talking 25 million plus in this market easily. For the goals of scoring. I mean, Adam Armstrong's scoring every week. I'd go, like he's not getting spoke about, but I don't think we're actually going to get anyone this window. I think Steve Bruce has pretty much admitted that. But Origi at Liverpool, I think he'd be worth a loan for 6 months. But he doesn't play for Liverpool. But the rumour never seems to be there. Arsenal's starting to knock it around a bit better now.
It's only a matter of time, isn't it, with these lot?
We're defending well. We are, 20 minutes. It is the same shape, but we're defending well.
Yeah. Hendrick started bright. By the way, best regards from Ty Mags, black and white until we die over here. Appreciate that. Might have to get in touch with you some of those nifty 50 camping adventures. I was happy how we played against Liverpool. Best I've seen them all season.
Yeah.
All the Newcastle fans hate Bruce. He does nothing but do a good job. Don't be daft. Don't be daft.
I think Chris is fishing there.
Yeah, he is 100% looking for a bite. He ain't going to get
You
it just yet.
You would have get one a few weeks ago.
Definitely. Shelby suffering with a groin injury, had surgery months back. Yeah, I did see that. Don't get me wrong, I rate him as a player, but I appreciate why people get frustrated with him. You need fast strikers against Arsenal, not slow Andy Carroll. True, but Andy Carroll's good for a goal against Arsenal. If Dubravka gets back as number one and Darlow has to leave, which Premier League club would buy him to be number one? Just asking.
It's a good question.
Yeah, it is.
I think he'd walk into. Oh, go on. Howard, we've got a chance here. 2-1-2. Jolinton's got it, but Howard, man, fucking move. Oh, do you know what? He just took the sting out of it a bit, pissing around. Mile offside. A good chance there. Jolinton was breaking, but then just stopped running. And that comment comes in who mentioned before about having Carroll up front. There's no one there to make that little run. Frustrating that because that could have been a good chance.
Contract running down for a minute. Yeah, sorry, mate. What was you saying about Darlow?
Well, you'd probably walk into the bottom three as a number one goalkeeper. Someone like Everton, I think he's a better goalkeeper than Jordan Pickford. And again, I'm not just saying that because he's a Sunderland lad. Yeah, he's Darlow's done himself no favours, and if he has to leave the club to get number one football, be a number one keeper, he'll probably get a decent club.
Yeah. Contract running down for minutes. Yeah, he wouldn't be a good wouldn't be a bad signing. 40 million paid, 25 back. Was that for Haller? I take it.
25 million for Haller. I'm surprised at that. Really am.
Still lost out on 15 million though, haven't they?
I mean, I know it's Ajax as well, so he'll probably go and score goals in that league. I know Brandon obviously knows a bit more. Shillinton, get up, man, you fucking donkey.
Good afternoon, boys. Come on the tune. Rogger, good to have you in, mate. Hope your week's been as well as it can be. At least we are one getting the ball pressing up and passing it around. True. Newcastle 4-0 win. My New Year resolution was that I would be more optimist. Well, you know what? I'd like to try and be that way with you as well, JB. But I'm sober, unfortunately, so I can't.
Yeah, I wouldn't be that optimistic either.
At least Haller scored a worldie for Hammers fans to remember. I mean, what would Joey leave for us as a memory if he goes? Fair point. There's nothing like that stands out, is there?
We both sat there going,
Yeah.
I remember the goal he scored against Tottenham, actually. I remember being out with the lads down there and watching it, and I thought, fuck, now we've got a centre forward here, you know, he just scored the winner. And fuck me, you watch him after.
Madness.
The thing is, I want him to do well. I want to look at him, but yes, now where?
Yeah.
But he gets chance after chance that he doesn't deserve.
Be interested in hearing what Bruce's tactics were at the start of the game. None, mate. Probably just go out there and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be too critical of Bruce so far because we're playing well, and most managers we've had in the last 10 years have probably come to the Emirates and set up like this. So yeah, I'm not going to be too critical on him yet. There's still time. I'll find something. But for me, it's he's if we go 1-0 down, that's when he's got to change. Like he's got to do something which he never seemed to do.
Yeah. Championship players would go for Brooks and King from Bournemouth. I mean, it would be good to get players in that have played around Wilson and Fraser, but I'm not convinced I'm not convinced about King, to be honest. But a few people say that. I've never been a massive fan. Surprised you didn't take a look at Snodgrass, just gone to the baggies. We always let people slip through, to be fair. But is he better than what we've got? Yeah, is he?
It's just his age. He's 33-year-old. We're not going to pay. We're not going to pay wages for a 33-year-old. No
Our
chance.
policy's 29, and you're gone basically. So
yeah, that's it. So
Andy Carroll showed what he can do on Saturday. If I had been a let's be more realistic New Year's resolution, I would have said the next time we win will be against Bristol City. Fair enough. Is there any problem with the owners because they aren't investing? No, it's not just the owners. Obviously, it starts from the top. It does start from the top. And then trickles down to Steve Bruce, who doesn't help matters. And then we've got a decent percentage of players now that probably don't want to play for the club anymore either. So the whole thing's toxic at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, any manager who comes in while Mike Ashley's there, he's got that bit extra percentage of pressure because of Mike Ashley, because the fans don't like him. So because Mike Ashley doesn't go to games, the manager usually gets the brunt of the frustration from the fans. It was the same for, you got all the way back to Pardew. Oh fucking hell, Aubameyang's in here. Oh, good save by Dubravka. Back to Willian. Fluffs it. Fuck knows how he got in there. Loads of space for Aubameyang on the left, but good save by Dubravka. But yeah, every manager since Chris Hughton left really has been under and maybe he's not Rafa, but been under pressure. Probably would have been offside there. But yeah, because Mike Ashley, the way he's treated the club, it sometimes gets taken out on the manager, sometimes unfairly. But Bruce's tactics don't help him.
Definitely not. Love a new setup. Appreciate that, Ollie. Thank you very much, mate. Why didn't Joe Lenton just drop his shoulder and have a shot? Always got to play it wide for a cross, man. It's pathetic. I agree with what you're saying. In front of goal, he hasn't got that. He hasn't got that striker's instinct at all. And I think that's come from a lack of confidence over the last few years, missing every opportunity almost. But like Adam said, I want him to do well. I just don't know where we're going to see that from him. When we lost Sturridge and he was a free, you lot should have got him. How long ago was that?
Well, with Sturridge, Andy Carroll's just getting a yellow card there. It looks like an elbow in the face. I'll have to see the replay, but Sturridge had the chance to join Newcastle or West Brom a couple of seasons ago, and he chose West Brom. I think he played 30 seconds of football and got injured for the season, and West Brom went down. So I don't think Newcastle went back in for him then.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's a harsh yellow card. He's not looking at the man.
Haaland or Mbappe? I would honestly take Haaland because we need goals, and he's an absolute goal machine. He's unbelievably good in front of goal.
Yeah, well, it's two quality players. Like,
yeah. I hope Willock pulls a muscle. Joe Linton's goal against Morecambe was the best he scored for us. Yeah, to be fair, that's probably one of the highlights. Lascelles still looks injured, does not look comfortable at all. Yeah, I mean, it's his first game back, though, isn't it? He's going to struggle. The main reason why Rafa left because of no investment, or was there other reasons? I just think not just down to the investment, but I think, he knew that his vision was completely different to Mike Ashley's, and he wasn't going to get what he wanted, unfortunately. So they clashed.
Rafa wanted to be a top 10 club, and then push on for top 6, but that was never going to happen under Ashley.
Yeah. Sub to Zane, it's Newcastle v Arsenal. Totally agree. Good save. What's positive for Newcastle? Young players who are willing to play in the Prem and play for the badge. I would love to be able to. I wish we'd have got some of the younger lads playing today. I really do, just to see what we've got. It would have been interesting.
Yeah, there's not many people coming through our academy. Anyone away from the club probably doesn't know much of us. There's a young lad, Elliot Anderson, on the bench, who's probably the brightest prospect. Well, I'm hoping to see him tonight. I think it'd be disappointing if he doesn't get on at some point.
All right, Newcastle, but that goal that Joe Linton scored against us was not fair. Do you agree? Which one?
The one last year, second game of the season.
I can't remember there being anything wrong with that. Spurs for life. Forgive me if I'm wrong. If you're talking about the goal that we scored this season, that wasn't Joe Linton.
Well, Arsenal are in here.
The penalty that we got, then I absolutely agree. We didn't deserve that. It was a shocking decision. Every Newcastle fan would have said that. Pete Anderson isn't playing, yeah. Is there VAR in this game? That's a good shout, actually. I don't think there is. With it being the FA Cup, is there?
No, there should be. No, I think there is.
Okay.
I haven't heard them mention it, to be fair. I know Aubameyang was in before, and if it had gone in, he looked offside. I don't know if they might just bring it in the later rounds because they can't use it at the likes of...
Oh, yeah. Chorley, for example.
Yeah, so I don't know, but to be fair, it isn't fair to use it in this game and don't use it in others. So it might not be, but... They're not the team they used to be, Arsenal, are they?
No, absolutely not. The thing is, I expect us to get beat, but it's not like I don't look at them like I do with Man City and Liverpool, where I'm like, we're 100% going to ship 4 or 5 goals. Do you know what I mean?
I think they're more like an Everton now. Do you know? With no disrespect to David Club, but you look at games like Everton, go, all right, we have to win today. Whereas years ago, Arsenal, you kind of write off at times with Wenger and the football he played. But they're not that like. City, Liverpool, look at Arsenal now. We're very disappointed not to win.
Yeah, definitely.
Corner ball, come on. Oh, how's that a goal kick? No, Joelinton can't even win a goal corner when it is.
Oh, excuse you, Cole, not being a Geordie. Adam will explain.
Oh, I missed that. What was it?
I'll have to find the comment.
Oh, there's anyone in the box.
Geordie, retype the comment, mate, because I can't find where it is. Storage didn't want to play. Rafa's Newcastle system was spoiled on his. I said it. I'll say it again. You should have got Lallana, but I 100% would have took Lallana. 100%.
I would have had Lallana. I know he's got his fitness issues, but he's a player to have in there when he is fit.
Fair to say, most of the London clubs are middle of the road. Yeah, I agree. Other than Spurs, who I think are continuing to do well, but I do agree. Like Arsenal and Chelsea aren't the clubs they used to be. Lallana behind Wilson would have been brilliant. Absolutely. There's our memory. Joelinton can't even win a corner.
Yeah, I mean, 30 minutes in, we're doing well. Our shape's impressive. We're not losing our shape, which we tend to do. Andy Carroll's working hard. Just a bit, yeah. It's just there's no real creativity in the team. That's a frustrating thing.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
This saint-maximin thing's dragging on a bit now and all. Like he's back in Newcastle now, but he still could be out another 4 or 5 weeks because he hasn't trained in 6. Like, how?
I don't even know what to think about it anymore, mate. I really don't.
It's like he's a professional footballer. He's bound to, do his own stuff at home.
Okay, it's because not the way I say it with a Geordie accent. Is that what it is? I understand. I understand, Geordie. People say Joelinton is quick. Never seen it. I've never said that, to be fair. When we play Marino, I think there might be VAR.
I can't see why. I mean, the only reason I think there's no VAR is because other ties couldn't have it. But until something happens, I won't know unless someone can check for us.
And his style does not suit the modern game with soft freeze, panos, and yellows. If Wilson's playing, we'll be 1-0 by now.
Magpies in, great tackle by Isaac Hayden. Again, shows why he's our most valuable player at times.
Absolutely. Absolutely. People need to get in that box, man. Playing a through ball to me to put across in the box, so people are just going to stop dead on the edge. Where's Solano? Do you think Miggy has been good today?
Which one of
Hayden
them?
is good.
Oh.
Hell, I agree,
man.
Chris. He is 100% is, mate. Genius and Dyer when you need a pass, man. Solano is a distant wet dream from decades ago. 100%. Pren Club says VAR, brilliant tackle, saved us there.
Yeah, it's Carroll and Dubravka not talking there, but Arsenal corner's cleared. Fucking Andy Carroll up there, man. Andy Carroll's clearing the ball from his own box to the halfway, and there's no one there. Yeah, Arsenal have got 3 or 4 players back. I don't see why we need everyone back.
Mr. Reliable is Hayden, absolutely knocking on the door here. Doing all right defensively.
Yeah, it's goal kick us now. You can't complain how we're defending. I say Isaac Hayden with great tackle there. Back, everyone seems to be putting the graft in at the minute.
Yeah. How's everyone's New Year's been so far? Anyway, how's everyone? Everyone back at work or on furlough or what? What's going on? It's a Geordie saying, "Willick is a shellfish and Muscle is a joke." Not a dig at you, Carl. No. I'm not saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just confused, mate. You can have a dig at me. It's fine. Yeah, I haven't got a clue. So
No.
it's a
To be fair,
shellfish.
Jody, I don't either. So maybe it's not just Carl.
Remember, mate, Adam's from Durham.
Oh, don't tell people that because people start coming in the comments saying I should be a Macam.
I'm joking. My bad. I meant to say Callum Wilson. Is Hayden suspended for Prem games? It was only the one he was suspended, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did a suspension against Leicester, so he's back now.
What's for tea? I don't know yet. I don't know.
Chicken kebab.
Say that again, mate.
Chicken kebab.
Chicken kebab. Sounds lovely. What about yourself, Chinese Geordie? I might get Chinese, to be honest. Seeing we link with Lingard, Jones, and Williams from Manchester United. Would you guys take any of them? Yeah. I know. I would take Lingard. People might disagree with me, but I just think he has got talent. I know he's got a crap. Probably he's not got the best attitude in terms of.
I think that's why a lot of fans would say no because he's a twat.
Yeah.
But would he improve us? Probably.
Yeah.
Williams from Man U, if there's any sign happening, I can see that because we probably, if Dummett's fitness issues still, we need a left back for cover. I'm not a fan of loaning Man U's players to help them out, but
yeah.
And Phil Jones, no.
Definitely not. Yeah, I would take Lingard. And I understand what Adam's saying about not wanting to take players just to benefit them, benefit United. Can't stand to watch football we play under Bruce. How's the game looking? Are we as bad as I'd expect? Probably not, Seth. To be fair, it's drab, but it's not like we're not just sitting back and taking it. We're passing the ball around. We're doing all right.
I don't think Arsenal have really started playing yet, though.
Yeah.
It is. It's like when I see in the lineup, it's just like puff your cheeks type football. Like not exciting to watch. Just kind of hoping we keep defending like we are. Yeah. As I mean, Carl's saying, like keep your comments coming in about what you're having for tea because it's difficult. It's difficult to try and make something to talk about the football at times.
Definitely. It started, mate, and I do apologise, but there's the first one. Lascelles or Mike Williamson? Fucking hell.
I've got a mate who absolutely fucking worshipped the ground Mike Williamson put on.
My brother's probably similar, to be fair.
Because Mike Williamson, although he started off, he was like clumsy as out and made mistake after mistake, but he was actually quite solid for a lot of his Newcastle career. Yeah, I'd probably have Mike Williamson over Lascelles, like.
Fair enough. Brucey will take Al Mohammadi from us. Joined at the hip then pair. Steve's a Villa fan, but yeah, you're right. I don't actually recall him being that good.
Is El Mohammadi still playing? He was old when he played.
Mate, he literally goes everywhere Bruce goes. Like
he looked about 40-year-old when he played for Sunderland 10 years ago.
He scored against us last season, didn't he? He come on and scored against us.
That's right. Typical.
Ridiculous. Chinese Geordie should be in the pub having me pints and just eating crisps for the rest of the night. Then a kebab before where our probs won't remember having to. Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, it's very similar to a Brummie night out, mate, to be honest. Very similar. I don't know if it's any different, but we tend to either are sick in the taxi or outside the taxi window as we're on the way back home as well. So 2014 was the last time we scored at the Emirates. About time we scored there again. Wow, I didn't realise it had been that long. Thai green curry, lovely.
It's always been a difficult place for us to go on it.
I'm having a double cheeseburger with chips for tea. Sounds lovely, James. Titus Bramble and Nikos Dabisas, Steve Taylor, back three. Back in the day.
Titus Bramble? No.
Do you imagine them in the way football's played against the likes of Sergio Aguero and stuff now, though?
Yeah, Titus Bramble could ping a ball.
Yeah.
Like I've probably never seen. He just couldn't defend, and that was his job.
Well, I'll get Lee to explain it to me, mate. I know I'm not that thick. I know I'm a brummie, and we do sound thick, but yeah, it's just I just can't get my head around it. So I'll get someone to explain it to me.
I always get wrong if I call myself a Geordie, so I couldn't give a shit. Oh, fucking hell, Andy.
Starter cake chip butties with HB sauce. What, over in Thailand?
What flavour sauce?
Yeah, that's true. It's got to be brown if it's HP.
Oh, come on, man.
Would you take Ben Arthur this time? Yes.
Right, prime Ben Arthur. I would not. I mean, he must be getting on now.
Nola and Parker in the middle. Miss it. I miss even Joey Barton. I know it's
just a bit bite, don't you? Like a player who like I like Isaac Hayden there, but I think Isaac Hayden spends most of his time covering for the shite he's got next to him.
Definitely. I admire Carroll's effort, but it's not helping the team going all the way back. No. Cuban sandwich with coffee. I'll suit you, sir. Suit to you. Jesse, Titus, shambles, can ping a ball, but his backside always black. The keeper, he did have a massive arse, didn't he? Tight arse Bramble.
It was one of my favourite ever moments at St James's Park when he got sent off for Sunderland on that derby. It was absolutely comical. Because I remember he came back with Wigan not long after he left us. I'm sure he scored in like an injury time equaliser. Like scored last kick of the game in the Leicesters end. It was fucking unreal. And then he came back with Sunderland a few years later with Bruce and got sent off for nothing. Carroll.
Would you take Carlos Vinicius? I would take anyone, to be honest. Is Matty Longstaff playing? No, I believe he's on the bench. Titus Bramble stole 11 in pro football. And he did some stuff. He did some stuff well.
He played. People forget he played a lot of European football for us as well. He was a good servant for us. He just Woodgate made him look great. Woodgate improved him a lot, but Woodgate wasn't long enough to help him develop. And then when we brought Boomsong in, well, that was the end of him because the pair of them couldn't defend.
No. Jean Allen Boomsong. I meant Sean. Yeah, Sean is playing, mate, but yeah, I know what you're saying. Andy Carroll has been our best defender. Damari Gray or Josh King. I would prefer to take Damari Gray personally. I liked him when he was at Blues. Because, I did see quite a bit of him, to be fair.
I think he'd walk into most teams outside the top 8.
Yeah.
Gray, so can't see him coming to us.
It wasn't the HP sauce nifty, it was more the starty cakes. Carroll should be a defender. Andy Carroll has been the best defender. Yeah, that's sweet. To be fair, the lads are playing far better than I expected. We are, it's like Adam said, it's football. It's set up we kind of expected. I can't grumble about anything really. Clark will be better than Dummett at a wing back. Dummett can barely run. I don't know if Clark hasn't got that pace to play a wing back for me personally. And he's so solid at centre half. I think we'd miss him there if he was to move. Lee, if you're in the background or someone, can you clip Adam? He's frozen. It looks like he's looking lovingly into the camera. Bruce will play him like Lazaro. Defending well, just no attacking threat as per usual. Yeah, we'll probably sign Brandon Williams by mistake instead of Jetro Williams. Yeah, I'd love Jetro back. Absolutely, I'm sure. I know we all would. Brandon Williams, he looks all right, but like Adam said, I don't really doing things just to help out another club. Maybe trying Fraser in this game isn't a bad idea. Homemade starting cage, bro. Yeah, I thought it would be. Fair play to you. It was great. Yeah. Shout out to Newcastle Fans TV. Been watching for a couple of years now. Appreciate that, Abu. Hope you're well. Adam's connection's gone in Macamland.
Oh. My Wi-Fi, it's not like I've just tried to turn my Wi-Fi on there and that's when it cut us off. I'm going to have to switch it off at half time or something. I don't have much data on my phone.
I have to do it all the time, mate. Like I said, my Virgin's been crap lately. I've had to plug the Ethernet cable in. Would you make any halftime subs? I'd probably get Matty Longstaff on.
Was it?
Have we had a shot on target yet? I haven't paid enough attention. Adam's the one to ask that. We've had a couple of chances.
Have we had a shot on
concrete.
target? No.
Hamza Chowdhury. I'm not sure. I don't know whether he would improve the squad or not. I'm not sure. I haven't watched enough of him, personally. Adam looks like Joe Linton Frozen.
I've got a better touch of the ball. And that's saying something. But we've got a dangerous free kick where last kick of the half, really, so try and make something happen. Come on, just get.
Not even had a shot, have we? Never mind, one on target. I've been paying more attention to the comments, to be honest, Paul. That's what it's got to for me. Time for another point.
It's usual stuff, really. Not
Yeah.
really much. Not really much I can fault them for, but not a lot to praise them for. Really, it's just one of them drab first halves.
Do you? Someone asked the question. Would you make any changes at half time at all, mate?
No, not yet.
No,
not yet. They're not doing too much wrong as a team. They've got the shape. They're defending well. Isaac Hayden, great tackle. Andy Carroll's winning a lot of headers when set pieces are coming in. Hendrick again, just not doing anything special, but he's there and about, working hard. Almiron, maybe he needs to get in the game a bit more. Maybe I'm a bit too critical, but again, you always expect a bit more from him.
Yeah.
Joelinton, again, not great. Player of the half for me, probably Andy Carroll. I think he's doing well.
Fair enough. Where are we? Anyone know why Gale hasn't started? No, as I said, I wasn't looking enough at the lineups and stuff prior to the game, but I think he's just gone for height up front.
I think if Andy Carroll hadn't scored against Leicester, he may have started, but
yeah,
it would have been a difficult decision for Carroll to score against Leicester, and then if he was going to rest Wilson, to play Gale ahead of Carroll.
Definitely. How do you team fans cope with this? You legends in the chat. That's how. Literally, people in the chat. That's how we cope with that, and then alcohol. Taking Marth. Carroll's heat map mainly on our own backs. To be fair, we haven't been that bad. No, we haven't. To be honest, who knew Miggy on the left is a good player. Central midfield is non-existent. I thought it would be the case anyway from looking at the lineup, because Hayden is brilliant, but he's not an attacking midfielder. He does all the dirty work. We've got our reservations about Jeff Hendrick, and Sean Longstaff hasn't been at the races for a while, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it hasn't been great, but we all knew that. But we can't be overcritical of them, because we knew what it was going to be like, and they've stuck in, to be fair to them, and we're still in the game. Another 45 minutes like that, because Arsenal haven't been great, then it's the look of the penalty shootout. So
definitely, Almiron class all over the park. Carroll's class. Sean Longstaff's delivery terrible. Working hard. Hendrick see why he was brought in the middle. He battles. I agree. This is what as soon as I looked at it, and people, if you look at my Twitter page, you'll have seen the predicted lineup that I had, and I put Jeff Hendrick in there as well, just because I think Bruce classes him as that hard-working player, and I thought they were the types of players he was going to bring in. But yeah, it's not someone I want to see in the squad too often, to be honest. Bruce should go shit or bust and add additional width. Yeah, Gale sold to Fulham. I'm telling you. That'll be sacrilege if that happens. You guys have had a lot of hard games, Liverpool, Leicester, and now Arsenal, but then you get a break with Sheffield. You say that though, mate. It's how we perform against them, or what we turn up doing, because we've said that we feel that clubs are looking at us now and almost guaranteeing 3 points. I know that's not been the case with some teams, with the likes of Liverpool, but Sheffield will be looking at this and this game and thinking that they can come and get a result. So
yeah, and before that we had West Brom, which we struggled against, although we did get the win. And then we were absolutely dreadful against West Brom and Leeds, who were Fulham and Leeds, who are teams that have just come up. Yeah, as I said, it's Sheffield United will be rubbing their hands to play us.
yeah, definitely. Is that Bruce giving his half-time talk in the background? Carroll putting in a shift at centre back. Carroll and Wilson up front against Sheffield. He's gone why he ain't risking him playing. Fair enough. Carroll is shit. Adama try on, he would slap his legs. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think Andy Carroll will probably break his jaw before that happens, to be honest.
Yeah.
Being awful going forward, what the hell are they coached to do with the ball apart from launch? It's Carroll. League 2 team would show more courage in the ball. I mean, it's what we expect. I wouldn't expect us to go all out gung-ho against Arsenal. If, you know, these are the types of teams that you do want to try and absorb a little bit of pressure and hit them on the counter. Play with some big lads. I don't berate Bruce's tactics today, to be honest.
This is why it's frustrating, and you know, fans. Yeah, we haven't done badly, but we are watching 5-4-1 or 4-5-1 every game.
Yeah,
practically. So that's why it's predictable. As the lad said before, why won't we attack? Because that's just the manager, unfortunately.
100%. Carroll playing too deep. Let Linton do the donkey work. He won't score anyway. I mean, yeah, Joe Linton, he's not bad at doing similar work to what Andy Carroll's done. You know, there's times last season where he was literally in our own box all the time. So I wouldn't argue against that. Don't think Arsenal have been that great. Why not have a go at them? I don't mind camping back in our own half, 1-0 up with 5-10 minutes, but not the whole game. No, I get it. It's just like Adam said, we've come accustomed to this, haven't we? It's what we expect. We are the most boring team in England.
I fully expect Steve Bruce, part of his this halftime team talk will be to get the penalties. I fully expect this team talk to be trying to structure the defence to defend the same way they have. He's certainly not going to set us up to attack, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying to get through to a penalty shootout.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that as well. I felt like that for the last 10-15 minutes. Why play Carroll when we've got nobody on the pitch who can cross? That's why I said last night tonight was for Gale and Carroll and Wilson on Tuesday. Steve Bruce, you know that more than anyone, Sam. Miggy and Carroll playing well. Jamal Lascelles showing a bit of rust. I support Wolverhampton Wanderers. I would have guessed that, mate. Fair play. Sorry, guys, but Newcastle simply are not in this game. This is just waiting for Arsenal to score. There is no threat on the counter. I'll get the drinks if I'm wrong. No, mate, that's fine.
Welcome to the world of Newcastle.
Yeah, that's what we say every week. This is why we get frustrated with being berated by.
It's not just this game. It's not just this game. This is how we play every game. It doesn't matter whether we're playing Fulham or Arsenal. This is how we play every game, and we watch this every game. So we're fully aware. It could be a matter of time before Arsenal score, but we're just happy that we're actually kept our shape a bit and we're still in the game. But unfortunately, they're the positives we take now as Newcastle fans. It's a shame to say that, but that is, you know, we're still in the game. I'd take penalties now because that's what we've become accustomed to.
Definitely. Anybody know how many goals we actually score from counter-attacks for a so-called counter-attacking team? I think I looked at a stat a few weeks ago, mate, and it was very minimal. Like even in open play, like goals were at about 7 or 8, and for them on the counter-attack are 20-30%. Chances of a 7-3 are low. Depressing. Only aiming for Carroll. Why can't we just have a go? Seriously, I know. Need one of them Rob Lees and Beardsleys, 100%. Carroll finally starts then doesn't even get in Arsenal's box. He's done better in our own box, absolutely. Don't worry, it'll be... Say that again, mate.
The comments are right. He's far too deep.
Yeah.
He's doing well. He's doing well in the Arsenal box, but you want him at the other end for when the ball's going up, and there's been 3 or 4 times he's doing the work in the back, but there's no one up top.
When we play West Brom, we'll win 50-0. I doubt it. I expect you to get a result against them, but I'm not sure you'll score 50. Never know, though. If you were speaking the truth, absolutely. Steve Bruce halftime team talk, collect the nectar points. Steve Bruce has just ordered a kebab, 100%. Bruce equals constipated football. Murphy for Kraft defo keeping 2 meter rule, but seriously. Not too bad first half for me compared to other weeks, but if Saka comes on, we'll be ripped apart. I agree. In comparison to what we've done, it's not bad, but our not bad is still bad compared to other teams.
Yeah, it's hard to get motivated or excited watching us. That's why half the first half was just about what we have for our taste now, because it's just really difficult to say anything positive.
Definitely. I'm just going to bring Brandon in a second. Bear me a sec. Constipated football, painful, annoying, and finally relieved when it's over. I didn't read that comment. Bruce halftime talk will just be bumming the hell out of them. He doesn't care if we score, if we're defending more. Oh dear. Bring Gale on for Jolinton, and Andy needs help, and Gale has the speed. 100%. I do agree. We'd be more attacking with him on. Yeah, when I say not bad. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Brandon was ready to come in. He's gone somewhere. Dele Alli not coming. I never expected him to. Steve Bruce should not be allowed to be manager. 2 seconds. Brandon, how are we, mate?
Okay.
Just okay.
Sorry?
Just okay.
Yeah. Just okay. Not great, not terrible. 3.6.
Fair enough.
How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, okay, mate. Okay.
It's been a boring game, eh?
Yeah, I'm just going to jump and get a drink. Bear with me.
No
Do you want me
worries.
to chuck in? Are you watching the second half with us, mate?
Yeah, I will. If
Okay.
that's okay for you guys.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to chuck a quick advert on.
Sure, no worries.
Bear with me.
She sound okay, Carl?
Yeah,
Do you hear
everything's
my
fine,
telly?
mate. Perfect.
Do you hear my telly or?
No, it's
Okay.
fine, mate.
Okay, great.
You're watching the Black and White Show with Newcastle Fans TV.
And welcome to the break, everyone. Hope you have been enjoying the show. Me and Sam are with you to talk about a few of our sponsors whilst we're having a quick break. Tell me all about Beer 52, Sam.
I have 4 favourite things about Beer 52. And that's before I even get into the free introductory pack they offer us at NFTV. Head on over to beer52.com/NFTV for your free 8-can case. All you got to do is just pay $5.95 for delivery. There's an option for light beers, which include lagers, IPAs, sours, and then there's for the more hardened drinkers out there. There's an offer for dark beers, which is your proper ales, silky stouts, and yeah, it's just fantastic stuff. My 4 favourite things: 1, flexibility. You can cancel your subscription at any time. You can pause for a month, or on the flip side, you can get them to send you your case early. 2, themes. Each month, your beers will have a different theme. 3, loyalty points. For every subscription you get each month, you earn loyalty points where you can earn more if you rate your beers. The points build up and you can add them on to the shop. So when you find a beer that you really like and think, I'll have a bit of that. And finally, you won't find these beers in the shop. International beers all over the world, including local breweries in the UK as well. And it's great value.
8 beers just for the delivery of $5.95, and you get a magazine and a little snack. Head over to beer52/NFTV or a description down below. Check the link. The next one is 3 retro classic shirts, where you can get all of your classic Newcastle United home and away, all the way from the 1969-1970 season, all the way to the current mid-90s. 3 retro is a program where you can get cheap shirts just for around about 30 price mark. The very, very popular retro shirts coming back. And of course, no money goes directly into Sports Direct, which is fantastic because nobody likes to give money directly to that company. But Amazon, tell me about Amazon, Sam.
Buy Newcastle United merchandise guilt-free. Again, no money goes to Sports Direct or any affiliated companies, and all your merchandise there, as I say, you can buy guilt-free. There is everything you can think of in Amazon, as you all know. We all know about Amazon by now. Lee, what are your favourite things on our Amazon store?
I like the memorabilia, Newcastle shirts that you can get signed, signed photographs, signed frames, all of that stuff. That's my favourite. But there's everything that you can think of on Amazon. There is anything from your curtains to bed sheets to footballs to games to the latest Newcastle United strips. You name it, car accessories. It's all on there. Amazon store, bit like 3 Retro. The link is in the description for that one. And the last one is eBay, which we scour the internet to find all the bargains. Keep an eye on the social medias. Where me and Sam post regular updates on finding bargains. What's the best bargain you've found so far, Sam?
There's a few. If the 3 Retro shirts aren't for you, then we can I've found some fantastic bargains on eBay of vintage shirts that may not be the most iconic, like your 96, 97s, but there's some fantastic shirts out there. For instance, the 02-03 season. Remember the old black and white NTL under Sir Bobby Lee? I found that on there, and that was going for about a tenner, which is absolutely, new. Back in the day in 2002, it was 30 quid. So it's just absolutely superb.
So keep an eye on our socials for eBay. I'm waiting for the PlayStation 5 to come out to get my hands on one. As soon as I see it, I will be sharing it on the socials. Keep an eye on with Facebook and Twitter for all the eBay bargains. And that is it. And we'll hand you back over to the Black and White Show.
Welcome back to the Black and White Show with Newcastle Fans TV.
What have I done here?
You broke it.
I broke it. There we are. Apologies for that, everyone. The Dutch Destroyer. There's my mate. Hello, Brandon.
Hello,
Everyone's
everyone.
happy that you're
Hello,
back.
Jody Sancaster.
Madman is back. We could win the FA Cup. The beer flogging is more interesting than the game. Yeah, appreciate that. Lascelles off. Rich is on. Crosses to Carroll. I knew Lascelles was not comfortable. The Dutch menace. Yeah, if guys, I don't usually, ask people to do this because I appreciate that you're all to chill out here, and whatever. But with the game being a little bit boring right now, if you do us a massive favour and share this across any of your own socials, or give the video a like, or if you've not already subscribed to the channel, it'd be much appreciated. But yeah, other than that, anyone that hasn't answered the question so far, what are you having for tea tonight? Let us know in the comments.
What changes he made then? I missed that. I've seen Richie on. Is that
for ourselves?
Clark?
Yeah.
Clark along the centre half, is it?
I think so.
I think this is actually the first time that I on stream not drinking beer, but instead of that, coffee. It's like probably the first time.
Fair play, mate.
Only positive I can make out of this game so far is Dubravka being back. For this game at least.
Yeah.
I just hope he puts in a few good saves. So he can win back his place, but...
Yeah.
He made a couple of saves first half.
Yeah. The one from... who was it? I always forget his name, man.
Aubameyang.
No. Yeah, Aubameyang, yeah.
What would you like to see us do differently second half, Brandon?
Just put it in a fucking graft and just try to be more creative. It's not that hard to ask, right? We've been playing piss poor football. With that one half chance that Joe Linton had the first half, where he could play it way earlier out wide to Andy Carroll. That was fucking shocking. That I don't know what he wanted to do with the trick. I don't know how you call it in English.
Yeah.
The step overs.
Yeah.
Right. That's
don't,
just making a fool out of yourself.
I don't think there's any extra time. So, you know, if we could take penalties now, I think the team would.
Oh, probably.
I think you're right, Adam. I think that's what he's pushing for.
Yeah. I mean, set pieces like this is a dangerous set piece. This is where we need to be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been wasting them so far. Like they're dumb and short. And then
with this one, you're happy we have Carroll, but
Carroll's got a head on it, but it's wide. Go on.
Always give a like, and everyone watching needs to, for the work you lads put in, and it's appreciated. So come on, lads and lasses, give the show a like, please. No, I appreciate that, and I know you all do. Yeah, we're just trying to push it out there.
Has Jordi Sancaster ever been on the fan reaction show? Or he didn't? I thought he said he didn't want to, right?
Yeah, I think he was gonna. I think Jordi was thinking about coming on in a few weeks' time or something like that.
When he can get a haircut again. In Netherlands, you cannot get a haircut.
Love you,
probably
mate.
wants
Great
to wait
stuff
until
from you.
someone positive
Appreciate it.
Sorry,
yeah,
Adam?
probably.
He probably wants to
wait
come
for
on when there's something positive to see.
Which is fair enough.
I did the fan reaction show last week for the first time, and it was hard work. Like,
yeah, it is,
because
isn't it?
It's the same. Like, it's not the fans' fault by any means, because they share the same frustrations as me. But when you've got to listen to 7 or 8 different fans come on, you're just like, well, I know what you mean. I get it, but
extra time.
But I think it's good we have something like this for the fans, you know.
There is extra time, is it?
No. Really?
Yeah, apparently so. How are the lads? Jordy said you can go off people. Just be more aggressive, press run harder, need to do the basics if we can play football. Absolutely.
There's Megan in a good position here. Ball in, but just up Carroll.
I do think though it's a good thing for the fans that they can have this outlet as for example the fan reaction show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like if I wasn't part of this, I'd have to come on it like as a fan, definitely. To vent frustrations, 100%.
You even have regulars coming on the fan reaction show as well. Like
easily
five
have been brilliant.
Five or six, something like that. Almost pop on every game. Which is good though.
Yeah, definitely. I was about as dangerous as an 8-volt battery during a nuclear meltdown. Carl, mate, how do you see the rest of the season going? I honestly think that we're going to get dragged into a relegation battle. I don't expect us to get relegated, but I think we're going to have another tough back end of the season, personally. But I think a lot of that hinges on how we get on against Sheffield United. What's up, boys? Good to have you back, Abraxas. You absolute legend. I'm late, but I made it. Really appreciate it, mate. The fact that you're a Leeds fan and you keep coming back every week, fair play. Legend, really appreciate it. Hendricks has played well. Yeah, he's been all right. Arsenal is to win. Look a bit better in the first few minutes.
Carl, there was someone in the commercial who said who brought a shirt from Retro. Yeah. Which I wanted to ask to this person which one they bought.
Let me quickly find who it was, mate. Kit. Yeah, Newcastle is in my heart. Just ordered a shirt. Brandon wants to know which one you bought, mate. Have you ordered much off there, Brandon?
Yeah, I did. It's the one that I had posted that I was wearing when I was in the bar for the first game, West Ham game, when I put a photo of me and Melas on Facebook with the flag. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I do remember, yeah.
That one I got, and I got one other that Livia was wearing next to me. These are the two I've got from Retro.
Okie dokie. Second half is already better, definitely. I'll always love Newcastle, and you guys are top lads. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you. Can use 5 subs, so surely we will see Anderson. It'll be nice to see him, definitely. £58 million strike on the bench for Arsenal.
I do have to say though, Andy Carroll is at least trying. You know, he's fighting, he's busy. That's what I like. Maybe only positive out of the game so far.
I think the thing is, we've got another free kick here. We've had a lot of free kicks in these positions, and we're not letting them. We're not making them count. We have to be a bit more dangerous in these positions.
In this position, you want Matt Ritchie bringing the ball like now. But he probably is passing it to Kraft, I think.
Oh, strike by Carroll there, actually. Hit that nicely.
Oi.
Have to get people in and Jan, couple of lone players, surely. Who you guys thinking? No idea.
I hope we can go for the tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it will happen, but like, I wouldn't mind. Someone mentioned earlier about Jesse Lingard. You know, if that's possible, I would genuinely have him because I think he would improve the squad. But yes, he has got a shit attitude. I wouldn't. Obviously want Jetro Williams. If that doesn't happen, I wouldn't mind Brandon Williams, but it depends whether we've got a view to keeping him permanently, not for him to go back to Man United. Did any of you hear Shearer at half time? It says he blames the manager for not showing any chance of scoring unless it was from a set play. He wasn't happy, but he was spot on. Definitely. Hopefully some of the other pundits start to listen.
I cannot watch Sky. I think it's Sky where he's on, right?
BBC, mate.
Oh, BBC. I might be able to catch that though on the Dutch television, but I'm not 100% sure. What you're saying, I didn't see it.
Here's another set piece in a dangerous position. So we've got to make one of them count.
You got a great setup, by the way, Carl. Like it.
Thanks, mate. Thank you very much. Divock Origi, yeah, Adam mentioned him earlier. Definitely, would definitely get him in 100%.
Is he still at Liverpool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been there for ages, though.
Yeah. Andy Carroll was on the last episode of Biker Grove. He was Jeff's long lost son.
Brandon might not get that.
Yeah. Carroll has been good, putting in 10% effort. Absolutely, it's just a shame. Absolutely.
Offside anyway, but.
Boy, Andy, man, boy. Oh, fuck me, like.
Also,
he wasn't offside either. Anyone watching that? He's nowhere near offside.
It had to be a City,
that should be 1-0.
Yeah.
He's nowhere
it's probably
near
our
offside.
Only chance. Probably our only biggest chance we will get this game. Oh, Andy, man, Hawaii.
That's a big
what you doing?
Big talking point.
Wilson would have backed it for sure.
I still don't know. The VAR. I don't think there is VAR in the game, is there?
I don't think there is.
I don't think there is because the linesman gave that as offside and he was nowhere near.
Mm-hmm.
Carroll to grab the last minute winner here. 1-0. Heard it here first. I wouldn't be surprised. Bottled. Oh my God, Carroll, keep the faith. No VAR. Yeah, I don't think there is. I don't think there is in the FA Cup.
When you need VAR, it's not there. If it would have gone in, it's typical.
I mean, if it was given offside, so if he had scored, what a poor decision that would have been because he was nowhere near offside.
All right. Then we would have been robbed for sure.
Yeah, he's having a very good game, to be fair to him. I thought we were ready to score our first goal at the Emirates in 7 years. More of that. There is VAR. The commentator just said there can't be. Obviously, I'm wrong, Luke. I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's just seems like that was not the right decision. But it doesn't matter anyway because he missed in the. Don't need any more centre backs in Jan. Midfielder and right wing back will do for me. Yeah, that's where I want. It's definitely our primary positions we got to go for. 100%.
Yeah, sign the centre back wouldn't make any sense to me.
The shirt is just out on rent, right?
Say that again, mate.
The shirt. He's just out on rent. We didn't sell him, right? Florian.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Is that on loan? Yeah. Start on loan. Yeah, they
Go
have. We're wrong.
He's having a good season though.
Go on, get players forward. Oh, what's Carroll doing there? He needs to be bringing people into the game.
Thomas Tuchel.
He's going to shoot.
Would you give Carroll a new deal? For me personally, no, mate. He has performances like this, but he's getting on a bit. He's injury prone. He's not consistent enough. I want him around the club for something, but I think his time up playing for us is almost over. Personally, is it just me, or have we come out second half and actually played better? I think they must have listed Alan Shearer rather than Steve Bruce.
Yeah. We have with a better team second half so far.
Oh yeah. You're just a few seconds ahead, are you, Adam?
My telly's just gone off, so I don't know what's happened there.
The little one's just had enough. She's turned it off.
I know.
She's learned to walk in less than a year. She's had enough of Steve Bruce. She's turned it off. Bless her.
How do we rate Kraft this game so far?
I don't think the defense has been bad, mate. He's probably sat off the players a little bit too much.
Oh yeah, not great from Dubravka there. Hesitates a lot. Should have went for it.
Tosson had a goal ruled out by VAR in the Everton game. Surely it has to be in all games then. It must be. Well, obviously they've not looked at it because Carroll's missed anyway.
Is it only the Carabao Cup where there's no extra time and just straight pens?
Yeah, it must be then. Must be, mate.
I wouldn't fancy an extra half an hour of this, to be fair.
That's Peter. That's not actually a bad shout. Well, I don't think we need centre halves though. But yeah, can you imagine it actually has a centre half?
He's been busy though today defending. Actually,
Geordie Sancaster said your little one gives a better team talk than Steve Bruce, and she didn't say how's the bacon.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's talking more sense than Steve Bruce, apparently, Adam.
Combined with me.
I think Brucey could get the players going for kebabs more than the game. Wonder if we practiced the penalties or just went kebabbing after training.
We'll sure find out. Well, I said Arsenal aren't great. Arsenal aren't great. We should be getting at them a bit more.
Yeah,
I think if you score one, you probably win. I don't think it will be much scoring this game. So I think the team that scores first is gonna take it down.
No, I agree with you on that, mate. I do. Like I said to Adam, we don't look at Arsenal and expect them to put 3 or 4 past us like you would with City and Liverpool. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus, they're not even playing their strongest side.
Yeah.
Neither do we, though. But I assume Wilson is just left out of the squad because of giving him rest, right?
I'd have thought so, mate. Yeah.
We need him for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Carroll has been defending more in the first half. Yes, he has. Kebabbing, that's goal. I agree. I think it's one of my favourite comments today. We should make that a thing. Someone should do something on Twitter.
Hashtag kebabbing.
Yeah.
Bruce out.
After football, Big Sam and Steve Bruce will open a chip shop and do a reality show about the shenanigans at their chip shop. I'd watch that. I would watch that. Just bring Gail on and we've got a chance.
You could probably easily put Steve McClown there as well. As like a regular guest on the show.
Yeah. BBC said Wilson's got a slight knock along with Shelby. Yeah, resting him, aren't they, for Tuesday? Bring Murphy on for Joe Linton.
I agree. Det moet je wel. Okay. That's fair enough. I made it more than an hour into the game without a beer. So, cheers.
Oh, I wasn't going to have a drink even. Then as I came on, I was like, I've got to have a couple watching it. Only thing to get you through.
There you go. Like, I'm just watching Newcastle because it's a good excuse for drinking a beer. It's not because it's entertaining.
Arsenal putting a bit of pressure on here on the edge of the 18. Good cross in, free header. Oh, good save by Dubravka. Good save by Dubravka. Far too much space for Aubameyang there.
I get
What you
that, Joe Jordan.
What you expect from Dubravka otherwise? I'm not really optimistic when it comes to the Darlow Dubravka's discussion, though. I'm just a bigger fan of Dubravka, so I'm a little bit biased.
Oh no, I sent for the Facebook post.
Yeah, I got called a clown.
It's all good fun.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. It had people triggered. I think when I put there under the for me the undebatable number one, that got people triggered. I think.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame them for. Yeah, he is though, the king of Slovakia.
Better having a laugh together than being miserable with this football, mate?
Aye.
Give a man a kebab. Carry on, Brandon. Sorry, mate. We're just
in the end, I went into this. I wouldn't say discussion, but like I commented with my personal Facebook back on his comment when he called me a clown. In the end, I think he took it back a bit. Maybe not. It doesn't matter. But I just basically said, like, it's great that we can have healthy debates and discussions on a platform which is Newcastle Fans TV. That's where it's all for. So
definitely. Senna, please get that. If you're on Twitter, get that started. Give a man a kebab for a day. Teach him kebab and feed him for life. Steve Bruce's mantra. Has any other club in the Prem got 2 goalies as good as ours? No.
I don't think so.
I'm steaming. That is the only way to deal with UFC. What are you drinking out there, mate? Is it Chang? You drinking Chang out in Thailand?
Chang, and also they're drinking. Wait, I got Thailand beers actually. Wait.
I only ever drank Chang when I was out there. Cheap and cheerful. Well, everything's cheap in Bangkok. Everything.
You got Chang?
Yeah.
And you got Singa?
Singa beer, yeah.
I got almost every beer from every country, but what can I do?
Yeah, Jordy's sticking up for you. He said, "Who is it? He'll punch his lights out."
That's all good already, Jody.
We get loads of
this time
on
I managed. This time I managed my own. Next time I give you a heads up.
We get far more stick on Facebook than we do on Twitter. To be fair, don't we?
Oh, some people on Facebook, it's unbelievable, man. People on Facebook think we get paid to be admins. You know the way they go on.
I wish.
I think, a lot of people forget we're just fans.
Yeah. You're not allowed an opinion, apparently. Like Brandon put on that he thinks Martin Dubravka should be number 1, and then people start having to go at Brandon personally. Like you're like, how? Fucking grow up.
Well, I mean, like, it's fine. You agree to disagree, right? Like
the amount of people I've seen. Do you know what I hate? I hate the grammar police, and I hate people have a go at Brandon because he puts the Netherlands flag on his thing. Why are you putting a flag on your post? Because I fucking want to put a flag on my post.
Yeah, and the Czech flag as well, actually. But
yeah.
I just do what I want. But that was only just in the beginning. I don't see it. Well, I'm not reading the comments that often anymore as before I did when I just started. But I think people just know it now.
Yeah.
Good pressure
in the
there by
beginning,
Newcastle. Good pressure there. We need to create the chance. Jacob Murphy's coming on now.
Where do we get on from here with Almiron? Because I don't know, man. I think he should be dropped as well.
I don't know either.
It's not his work rate, you know. It's there, but
yeah.
And it's not that he don't want to, but he looks clueless. If he could bring a little bit more, how to say, calm in his play, then yeah, I think he will
Brandon,
do much better. I got that
Definitely.
one as well. Give me a minute.
Xhaka coming on, that's good for us. Oh, would Dubravka any day defo number one for me. It's 50-50, isn't it? It's 50-50. Yeah, we're spoilt for goalkeepers, which is
I got it.
I
It was
like
the brown ale.
I like the glass, mate. I like the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't drink this one because I like it more when it's full. It's already over a year old, so I'm not too keen on drinking it.
Fair enough. Even the lady boys, Carl. Yeah, they're cheap as well. Sack the bad comments, boys. Kebabbing and beers all night long. Absolutely. Support the country you're from. It's only right. No bloody harm. Of course.
There you go.
Pity Craft goes off. He's playing good this match. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily think anyone's,
No,
been.
we've 70 minutes. To be fair, second half, I think we've been the better team.
Yeah.
Bringing Murphy on for Kraft worked against West Brom, so I think he's hoping for that type of impact. Early crosses coming in for Carroll.
I like to see Carroll and Gill on top though, and Joe Linton out.
Well, I honestly thought it would be. I didn't think about Wilson being rested for Tuesday, which he should have. But I did think Gale was going to play. To be fair,
You would expect. I think Gill thought the same thing, mate.
yeah. Lady boys rock. We can have a private chat about that nifty-50 if you want.
They said though, if they're your friend, they're like almost like your bro. So they're like good pals, you know. You can talk about them and everything.
Everyone out there was brilliant. But there was a couple of things. Like I went out to meet my brother. He was in Australia at the time, so we met in Thailand. My parents come out for a bit as well, and we all went out for a drink. It must have been about midnight, something like that. And got people trying to we sat down for food just in what looked like a normal restaurant, and there was a black curtain at the back. And they were trying to drag us in there, and this bloke's coming over. He's like, ping pong show. I'm like, mate, I'm sat with my fucking mum. He's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not fine.
Jesus, yeah. I heard Thailand is nuts.
Mate,
literally.
Bangkok is crazy. I was there for 3 nights and then went and chilled on this island, at Koh Samui. But Bangkok was fucking mental. Absolutely mental.
Yeah, I know, man. I still want to go there once though. The nature out there it's amazing.
I'd recommend anyone go there. The good thing is as well, it's really cheap, really cheap, and everyone's class over there.
That's why a lot of old people who are like pensioned, or retired, they just live their retirement over there because it's also cheap and like the life they live as kings in Thailand. When in England, for example, or in the Netherlands, they would live like close to poor, depending on the job you did, of course.
Absolutely. Jay, good to have you in, mate. Hope your week's been well. Are you looking forward to the NFL playoffs, just out of interest? Always had good goalkeepers, right back to Shaka Hislop. I was talking about this the other day. It's just I don't remember us really having an abundance of bad goalkeepers. We've always had 2 good goalkeepers, I felt, at Newcastle. Always. We've always been blessed with that. Have to sub Joe Linton off, just miserable for performance from the lad tonight. Everyone has to do Bangkok, definitely. 49% possession.
Phuket is crazy as well, right? Have you been there as well, Phuket?
No, I because forgive me if I'm wrong, Nifty. I believe Phuket is kind of northwest of Thailand. I went south from Bangkok to Koh Samui. But yeah, apparently Phuket is mental as well because you've got like PP Islands up that way, I believe.
Yeah, 50 Islands is there. Yeah. They got loads of islands close to Phuket where you can go.
Brilliant place.
I would love to see the nature in Thailand. Like it's crazy.
Class,
Just hire like a motorbike and just go with some friends or your girlfriend, just on some jungle tour or just. I like what I like to do in other countries as well.
With my brother on the back.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, there was a lorry coming and he was being an absolute fanny on the back, and I just lost a bit of concentration, and we just slid across. But yeah, that was another fun story, going up a mountain, crashing a moped in Thailand.
It's not. I just love to go in whenever country it is. Just go somewhere and have no idea where you're going or no plan. Like that's making the best trips. Like just grab a motorbike, drive in some way where you think it's good, and just end up wherever. And just sit in some bars, meet locals. I love meeting locals.
Best way to be.
I will never be in a hotel close to a beach with other tourists doing nauf. That's not my kind of holiday.
No, definitely not. It's we didn't book our hotel until the night before we got there, because you have to have one night's booking of a hotel. So you book one night at the hotel and then literally just book stuff as and when. What is that to do? Oh no, it's ridiculous. Absolutely, the comparison between the attacking and goalkeeping coach is massive.
I'm gonna give you a heads up. We don't even have an attacking coach.
That makes sense.
I'm starting to put the pressure on a bit now. Like last 15 minutes.
Nifty. When all this is over, I might be in touch. My brother's got a stag do I need to plan for, and we were already talking about Thailand. So get on Twitter and drop in my DMs.
And use discount code NFTV for the first 20 minutes of the motorbike.
NFL's alright, but the footy book got me a long time ago. Hard to watch NFL at times, seems too slow to me. Now that's fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
Buffalo Bills are playing at the moment, right? Versus Colts. I don't know the score though, but
they're playing right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so. Buffalo Bills versus Cincinnati Colts. Last time I checked, it was 0-0. I think.
I don't know. I reckon that we might. I reckon this is going to go to penalties.
They're coming close. So the last 5 minutes have had 3 shots on goal. Okay. So they're certainly pushing. I'd get Dwight Gale on for someone. Yeah. If with Carroll or Linton, just if that ball falls in the 18-yard box, you'd want it to be him.
Go absolutely. Cool, no worries. Yeah, appreciate that, mate. If you drop it in here what your Twitter is, I'll find you on Twitter. Don't rate the other Steve's jobs for the boys. Just following Brucey around like a bad smell. Yeah, definitely. Dimitri Payet, it's good to have you in. The real Dimitri Payet.
Let's come over to Newcastle.
Yeah, please. Got to make a change here. Arsenal getting right back into this. We've been the better side this half. Definitely. What change would you make personally? Who would you bring on? Do you guys still enjoy life being an NUSC fan is worse than getting COVID-19? Yeah. I still enjoy being a Newcastle fan because I get to do this stuff. It's hard, don't get me wrong, when we play like this, but this makes it a lot easier, which is why we want to make it enjoyable for you guys. Just, if we can't be positive about the football, at least we can be positive about everything that's going on while we're watching it, I guess.
How boring must it be if you're like a Liverpool fan TV or a Manchester City fan TV when you're almost always winning? You have nothing to talk about, man.
I mean, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but 100%. But it'd be nice to know that for a little bit.
But I wouldn't mind a season winning loads of games. But don't see that happen anytime soon, as long as the fat Cockney bastard is in.
Definitely.
Am I allowed to say that on YouTube, though?
Are you what? Sorry, mate.
Am I allowed to say that though on YouTube?
What? He's a fat Cockney bastard.
Yeah.
Say whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm coming on the fan reaction call just to let you know. No worries, James. I'll see you on there. Pav was a Geordie.
And check. For your information.
He
He was
what
great
are you
for us,
doing?
though.
What shows are you two doing this evening? Are you doing? Are you doing the fan reaction this week, Adam? Or
No,
is that
this
me
is
and
me.
Matt?
This is me tonight.
Fair enough, mate.
I just need to send in a clip for the last word. I think it is.
Yeah.
But depends
There's
on the
Andy
outcome
Carroll.
of tonight.
There's Andy Carroll down injured at the minute. I don't know what he's done there.
Probably got a knock. He'll be fine.
COVID-19 for a Newcastle fan is a piece of cake. Well, touch wood. I haven't had it, but yeah.
You don't know though. Like you could have had
It's
it
true.
already, but you barely noticed.
No, I know. Joe Layton always slowing us down when he gets the ball, looking to play backwards all the time. Yedlin is coming on.
Yedlin. Well, that must be to push Murphy up. So I
Who's
hope
he
he doesn't
taking
take
out,
Miggy
though?
off. 'Cause I think Miggy's been one of the best players. I'd take Hendrick or Gillinton off.
Or Dummett, maybe.
No, I wouldn't change the defence.
No.
Not with 10 minutes to go. It's too risky changing the defence. I'd expect it for Gillinton or it is Miggy. I think he's done well. Oh, is Anderson coming on as well? Gillinton coming off as well, so you can make 5 subs, can't you?
Aye.
I think
Leaves him
Miggy.
with-
That's the best.
It leaves him with one, right?
That's the
He's-
best
he
game I've
has
seen
one,
Miggy having.
Sorry, Adam. Go on.
That's the best game I've seen Miggy have in a while, to be honest.
Blow up statue
Anderson.
for Brucey if we win the cup. Hi guys, how are you? Very well, thank you, mate. Hope you're well yourself. Good to have you back. Yedlin on, Almiron off. I'm a Spurs fan. Good to have you in. Strength in numbers against the Gunners. Anderson is coming on in a debut. Imagine if he got a goal to send us through.
For some moment after him.
Yeah. Could happen.
No,
Louis
Shields
Barry
lad,
had it
no-
yesterday for Villa.
North Shields lad, didn't he? Johnny and Liam's neck of the woods.
At first glance, I thought we signed Chowdhury. Realised it was Yedlin. Yeah, he's grown his hair out again, hasn't he? Hendrick has done well tonight. He's been fair considering he's out of position. No, don't worry. No, I agree. He always works hard. Always works hard.
But it's
Come
never
on,
really
how-
special.
Where are you going to take your brothers? I think we're going to Thailand, depending on coronavirus restrictions. I'm coming on the fan reaction show.
Oh.
Look forward to seeing you, mate.
Yedlin getting caught there straight away by Taney. Crosses too easy. Come on, Alex, get forward. There's no one forward.
Oh, yeah, man.
Guys, I have a question. Who do you think is the most important player in Newcastle? For me, at the moment, I'd say Darlow on his performances. Other than him, Isaac Hayden for me personally.
I would say Callum Wilson.
Yeah, Callum Wilson's a good shout as well, to be fair.
Callum
he's
Wilson
between
for
one of
me,
those three.
because if Callum Wilson
And I-
gets injured, we're absolutely knackered.
Aye.
Yeah.
Plus,
there you are.
I also think an underrated player or someone from the staff is probably Bruce. Don't forget him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh,
We've got
Geordie
players forward here.
Sancaster, I'll come on the fan show on Tuesday if that's okay. Absolutely, mate. More than welcome. That'll be a good crack.
Oh, we're just so slow
Aye,
at
aye.
times. Like,
Corner. Yeah, corner.
Yeah, it'd be cracking if he can get put in a performance there. Clark has been very underrated this season. He's always underrated, mate. I was happy when we got him from Villa for the money that we signed him for and he's been nothing but fantastic.
How come he's so underrated though? Like,
Because I think what it is, when he was at Villa, he got stick. Like, because he played very similar, but the Villa fans used to highlight a lot of his mistakes when they were quite minimal. To be fair, they just used to say it was good for a mistake and kind of overlooked all the positives he'd done. I think. But I don't think he's underrated at Newcastle. I think a lot of fans know how he's worth to the club personally.
Well, what I'm trying to say, like, if you ask someone from another club, another fan, let's say Man City or something, and say name 4 or 5 players of Newcastle, they will never name Clark or for some reason.
Mm.
Well, he's been pretty important for us this season so far.
I agree. Anderson, grandson of Jeff Allen, 1960s Cup winner for the Toon. Ah.
Good to know.
I did not know that, thank you.
No, I didn't.
Richie delivery has been poor. Clark has been outstanding for us. He really has. Drink recommendations to get through the Brutes era. It depends what you're into. You into craft beers, normal beers, lagers? Don't know. Vodka.
Just anything alcoholic, really.
60% proof Cuban rum. He has. He's been class.
We're coming into the last 5 minutes now, though. I mean, extra time will be tough again, but I didn't really want to sit through an extra half an hour of it, to be honest. But
No. But Arsenal just they haven't looked dangerous for me at all, really. This half, anyway.
They've been pressing us since 17th minute until the 18th minute. But like
to be fair,
like Adam was saying,
I think we've defended excellently.
Yeah. I think in the end though, Carroll played pretty okay today.
Yeah.
He's trying, busy, trying to get shots on goal.
With 2 subs left going in extra time, Dwight Gale for Andy Carroll wouldn't be a bad change. Extra leg, because he's fresh legs for that half an hour. He's quite dangerous.
All right.
I can't see Andy Carroll lasting the full extra time.
I have to say though, Bruce probably keeps him in because of his heading. But maybe I'm wrong.
I didn't know Andy had the legs on him. Yeah, he's done well. He's grafted massively.
But don't we have just only 1 sub left, right?
5 you can make, isn't it? So
yeah, but we already made 4, don't we? Kraft out.
Kraft,
Joelinton.
Almiron.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right.
Unless I've missed one.
No, I think that's right. Andy Bolt, see that's friend. Carl, can your brother dress up as a lino on his stag do? Yeah, I'll do that.
We got 4, right? Of course, Lascelles is up as well. Or
Lascelles, yeah, good one. Yeah, knew I'd missed one.
If you guys want to have a laugh, switch to AFTV. Those guys are always losing their minds. They cry for everything. I can imagine. DT and what's the bald guy? What's the bald guy's name? He's fucking hilarious. To be fair, he's fucking hilarious. Do you support any other teams besides Newcastle? Football wise, no, I don't personally. I follow Blythe Spartans. That's just because my dad does.
I just like one other team.
Play for them, so.
I got one other team I go to games if I'm in Czech Republic, which is Bani Kostrava. That's it.
Yeah. If I'm in other countries, like when I'm in Portugal, I'll go and try and get to a few Sporting Lisbon games.
Oh yeah. Their fans are mad as well.
Say that again, mate.
Their fans of Sporting Lisbon are mad as well.
What about you, Adam? Do you follow any foreign teams at all?
No, just Newcastle for me, mate. Just Newcastle.
You're talking about Lee from AFTV. Yes, that's the one, Chinese Geordie. He cracks me up massively. No, I'm not on about Robbie, Dimitri. I'm on about the other guy, Lee, the older lad.
Is he the Voldemort looking type one?
Yeah. It's like, you fucking done it again. He's fucking done it again. Cracks me up.
Yeah, to be fair to them, they've done well. Because they've got like a proper infrastructure now with like the studio and that, and it's good. Like,
yeah, it's really really good. But yeah, we are working on trying to get one of them on the show in the next week or so. I don't know if it's going to happen because they usually ignore me. They're bastards. Lead Judge is his name. That's the one. Yeah, funny guy.
They must have thick skin because they got loads of hammer like.
Yeah, I know we get stick, but with the amount they've got, fuck me.
Why though? For same reason why we get stick.
Yeah, it's just because they've got a bigger following, haven't they? And so they get it left, right, and centre. You'll find that they get loads of people watching them, but a lot of people end up watching them, like me, because it's funny to take the piss out of them.
Come on, let's get forward. Just pass the ball, man.
Of course.
You got a Yankee.
Who do you support from the MLS? Ty Isabel. And yeah, I thought it was funny at first, but there's some stuff that he was coming out with on radio shows to little kids, and I was like, it's a bit over the top. You can tell they're young lads, and he's giving it absolute loads.
Come on, man.
Needed.
In the last minute now, it'd be awful if we give it away now. Get in. Being absolutely class at the back. All of them, all the defence has been class today. Like
Federico's strong.
Better beat Sheffield United after this.
Wins the free
Absolutely.
kick.
Into Miami. Earthquakes, but don't watch it really. Got to, hasn't it? Got to be Rugger, Florida side.
Is that Beckham's team?
Yeah. Ty's a man-child, not stable at all. I'll get that. I get that, absolutely. He just can't deal with criticism whatsoever. And he's not in the right gig if he can't deal with that.
Which makes it hilarious, though.
That's the thing. People then just watch it and just take the piss more.
3 minutes added on.
Name your penalty takers just in case. Carroll. Kieran Clark for me.
Federico Fernandez, Clark.
Fernandez isn't playing, is he?
He is? Right?
Is he? No, Fernandez isn't playing.
No.
Oh no, it's Dummett. Sorry.
You'd have Matt Ritchie, Carroll, Jacob Murphy, Isaac Hayden, probably Jeff Hendrick. He can strike a ball.
There you are, from Adam.
Clark getting booked.
But we've still got a long way to go to that.
Thought you were in Orlando. Figured you were an Orlando MLS fan. Maybe he's got a bit fickle, Jay, and switched over to Inter Miami.
Come on.
No offense. By the way, being an Arsenal and UFC fan, RIP Colin Bell, world class player and very underestimated. Absolutely.
Come on, let's get one last attack away.
Where do you reckon
MLS teams? Go on, come on. Murphy's in here. Go on, shoot! Oh!
Oh, Andy. Fuck, Go on. Oh, he kicks him over in the head, man. Almost Leno's dead. It was nearly the end of Leno.
Oh, Arsenal down to 10 men.
That's a red card. It should be a red card. Two legs to the front. In front.
Arsenal down to 10 men. I didn't see that tackle, to be honest. We should have won the game there. We should have won the game.
Right. Well, we still have extra time with 10 men.
We should have won that game there.
Carroll should have backed it already as well.
Impersonation of the Beatles. Brilliant. No, I'll check that out tonight. Definitely, Peter, and we'll have a chat about it on the next one.
Are they checking VAR?
No. Wait, I don't know.
Yeah.
He catches him on the shin.
He's not even going for the ball because he's going for his legs almost, looks like. I I think they're lucky here.
No,
Arsenal.
it is dangerous. It's.
Well, I think it's just too light for a red card. He probably gives him a yellow.
Yeah.
He's gonna check. He was right though. The person who
But
responded.
he still catches them quite high.
Aye. And his legs are going away from the ball instead of going to the ball. So see. So you can say there's no intention of playing the ball.
The thing is with VAR, he'll change his mind here because he'll feel like the other referees telling him he's done something wrong. See what he does. Yellow card, I think. Oh no, yellow card. Yeah. What? Right.
Oh, red card. Oh.
So he got away with it.
Yeah, he got away with it.
Yellow card. Probably the right decision. But we should have won that game.
As well, though.
We should have won the game. Andy Carroll should have put it to bed.
Second time already this game. Early as well with the open shot for goal. When he got given offside.
Great save by the Arsenal keeper. Corner ball, last kick. Come on. It's how we want to finish the half on top. Come on, let's finish this game. Come on, Newcastle.
Oh.
Come on, get ahead in it. Go on! Oh. Get it back in the box.
Last chance. Put it in.
Full time.
That's it.
Wow. He's stuck with us for at least another half an hour. Yeah, and I agree. At least we've had a go this half, 100%.
Where you gone, Carl?
Just got to plug my camera in. It's not used to extra time, you see, mate.
Same, I might do the same.
Yeah. So I'm just going to throw it to a quick advert, lads. Don't go anywhere. We've got some more time together. We could push on and get a result here. I don't want to tempt fate, but I'm just going to throw the adverts out there. Unless you two want to have a chat, it's up to you.
Throw an advert in.
I've pushed the other vids back, lads. Yeah, appreciate that, mate. So yeah, I don't know what we'll throw the times out for the rest of the video shortly. Once I know what they are specifically, I'm sure.
Everyone have a drink. We put the adverts in.
Definitely.
Or if you're bored, go to Beer 52 and order your free case.
Definitely. Oh, actually, you've got time now. I'll ask you to do it to like, share, subscribe where you can. Share it to all your socials. Let's get everyone coming in and watching the last 30 minutes. Take you 2 seconds. I'll throw this advert in.
Imagine Dubravka stopping 2 penalties. That will bring him back into the squad.
Oh, it'll suit you right down to the ground, won't it? But yeah, like Brandon said, go grab a drink. We'll be back with you in a couple of minutes.
You're watching the Black and White Show with Newcastle Fans TV.
And welcome to the break, everyone. Hope you've been enjoying the show. Me and Sam are with you to talk about a few of our sponsors whilst we're having a quick break. Tell me all about Beer 52, Sam.
I have 4 favourite things about Beer 52. And that's before I even get into the free introductory pack they offer us at NFTV. Head on over to beer52.com/NFTV for your free 8-can case. All you got to do is just pay $5.95 for delivery. There's an option for light beers, which include lagers, IPAs, sours, and then there's for the more hardened drinkers out there. There's an offer for dark beers, which is your proper ales, silky stouts, and yeah, it's just fantastic stuff. My 4 favourite things: 1, flexibility. You can cancel your subscription at any time. You can pause for a month, or on the flip side, you can get them to send you your case early. 2, themes. Each month, your beers will have a different theme. 3, loyalty points. For every subscription you get each month, you earn loyalty points where you can earn more if you rate your beers. The points build up and you can add them on to the shop. So when you find a beer that you really like and think, I'll have a bit of that. And finally, you won't find these beers in the shop. International beers all over the world, including local breweries in the UK as well. And it's great value.
8 beers just for the delivery of $5.95, and you get a magazine and a little snack. Head over to beer52/NFTV or a description down below. Check the link. The next one is 3 Retro Classic shirts, where you can get all of your classic Newcastle United home and away, all the way from the 1969-1970 season, all the way to the current mid-90s. 3 Retro is a program where you can get cheap shirts just for around about 30 price mark. The very, very popular retro shirts coming back. And of course, no money goes directly into Sports Direct, which is fantastic because nobody likes to give money directly to that company. But Amazon, tell me about Amazon, Sam.
Buy Newcastle United merchandise guilt-free. Again, no money goes to Sports Direct or any affiliated companies, and all your merchandise there, as I say, you can buy guilt-free. There is everything you can think of in Amazon, as you all know. We all know about Amazon by now. Lee, what are your favourite things on our Amazon store?
I like the memorabilia, Newcastle shirts that you can get signed, signed photographs, signed frames, all of that stuff. That's my favourite. But there's everything that you can think of on Amazon. There is anything from your curtains to bed sheets to footballs to games to the latest Newcastle United strips. You name it, car accessories. It's all on there. Amazon store, bit like 3 Retro. The link is in the description for that one. And the last one is eBay, which we scour the internet to find all the bargains. Keep an eye on the social medias where me and Sam post regular updates on finding bargains. What's the best bargain you've found so far, Sam?
There's a few. If the 3 Retro shirts aren't for you, then we can I've found some fantastic bargains on eBay of vintage shirts that may not be the most iconic, like your 96, 97s, but there's some fantastic shirts out there. For instance, the 02-03 season. Remember the old black and white NTL under Sir Bobby Lee? I found that on there, and that was going for about a tenner, which is absolutely, new. Back in the day in 2002, it was 30 quid. So it's just absolutely superb.
So keep an eye on our socials for eBay. I'm waiting for the PlayStation 5 to come out to get my hands on one. As soon as I see it, I will be sharing it on the socials. Keep an eye on Facebook and Twitter for all the eBay bargains. And that is it. And we'll hand you back over to the Black and White Show.
Welcome back to the Black and White Show with Newcastle Fans TV.
Woonde? No, Woonde is like in the past. I lived, you know. Woonde is like
Andy Carroll chance at the end.
It's like now.
And
Woonde is in the past, like you lived.
Devastated he hasn't finished. That was a huge opportunity.
I know.
Yeah.
Carroll has been great. Good he missed those chances though. Absolutely. Carroll should have scored both those big chances. We should be through. I know. I never thought if we don't get a result now, that would be disappointed that we haven't come away with one after that.
Luis has just given it away in a dangerous area. Murphy. Oh. Just tries to do too much.
Aye. Sometimes he gets a little bit ahead of himself.
Challenge him. Oh, they've got time. Oh, nowhere near. Just look close on the telly. Do you think it's ours to lose?
I do now, mate. Yeah, I do.
I think we've been a better team, especially after the second half.
Second half, yeah, I would say so. First half, I wouldn't say so. I rated Arsenal first half slightly better.
Let me half an hour and a half.
You're still allowed to stream, Adam.
Huh?
You're still allowed to stream.
Oh yeah, just I would take away say we ordered for after the game, so it's typical. There's an extra half an hour. Someone have to wait after.
Definitely. I'll just have to text the missus extra time till you'll have to wait.
Your missus also thinking like fucking Newcastle. Couldn't finish it in the
what a
last minute.
save. What a save by Dubravka.
Dubravka. Výborně. Super. That's
The
why
ball's
he's
the
our
ball's
number
headed
one.
out by Richie. It's a great save, that.
Aye.
Yeah. Haven't scored yet.
Wow. That's when you're a world class keeper, you know, like you've been out for so long and you just put on this performance.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree, mate. Like it's good that he can come back and perform like this straight away, 100%.
So with players or fans saying, in my opinion, fans saying like he needs to be brought slowly, he proved today that he don't. Like he's ready to go for the next game as well.
Yeah, I think it's
I
just
would say
the
so.
people,
I think,
myself including, thinking it's a bit harsh on Darlow to drop him.
yeah, I think Bruce also don't have the balls to do that though.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But the problem is with these two goalies of us, Carl and Martin, they both don't want to be the second goalie. So if they got the feeling that one of them is going to be ending up second goalkeeper, they're out of the club in the end of season, I imagine.
Absolutely.
But then I think Bruce and fans should ask themselves, like, who would you like to stay and who would you then like to go? And not to mention as well, Darlow is already 29, so he's not the young goalie that we have, you know. But a lot of people think he's still young, but it's not. It's pretty old actually.
Dubravka's 31 though.
Yeah, I know. But I think some fans still think he's like 25, 26, like because he looks younger.
No, he's made a great save there. I said he's like he's never been away.
Aye. Love to see that though.
When you saw the last 15 minutes full of Carroll's of the game, absolutely. What with you?
Bless you, mate.
Thank you. Fat Sam at home with his chips watching Carroll. Jay has, no ringing on Matty Longstocking. I don't think that's a bad shout. I'd bring someone like Matty on 100%.
Matty and Gil. But we can only bring in one.
Yeah,
Go on, Jacob Murphy's in. Go on, Carroll. Oh, come on, it's coming. This.
If we keep playing like this, we can still win the game easy. Arsenal is not being too dangerous.
No, they're not.
Gonna watch that Anderson lot a little bit closer.
He's done well. He's not looked out of place when he's come on.
Yeah. Sure. He's playing next to Hendrik.
Yeah, just in the centre.
He's still strong, Andy.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Oh, Aubameyang's gone down in the box. Nothing given. Oof. You always get nervous when Arsenal go down. What happens there? It's hard to see. Oh.
He just feels a lot. Come on! He feels some light contact and he's going down like a baby. Come on, man! It's bullshit.
What was it?
I can't stand these players who's going down for everything. Miggy has it a bit as well.
Thinking Gale will come on soon for Carroll. Can't see Carroll playing 120 minutes. Yeah, Anderson is looking like a good number 10, decent on the ball, has drive.
I mean, Carroll, it's hard to bring him off. He doesn't look tired.
No,
not
at
He's
all.
never stopped. I just think for penalties, Dwight Gale's want to come on.
Yeah, I hope so.
And Jacob Murphy's looked good when he's come on as well. Gives us something a bit different.
He's been decent second half. Not at all. I wouldn't say great, but decent.
With Jacob Murphy, he looks to release the ball a lot quicker than other people. He's won the ball there again. He's breaking away. Just
Go on.
Gets cool.
Go on. Come on, Jacob. Aye. Just one step too
Close
far.
him down. Close him down. Oh, good hands by Dubravka again. Great game Dubravka's had.
Like I said before, the king is back. I would be fucking bothered if Dubravka would have made 1 or 2 big mistakes today. People would going at me as well.
I think you can always be quite confident that he's going to come in and do a job, mate, can't you? He's
I know.
a brilliant goalkeeper.
No, I mean, after I got stick for saying
Yeah.
undebatable number 1, and if he would have put on a poor performance today, I would have known on Facebook.
Good defending. The game's opening up a bit now.
Aye. Great clearance by Clark. Happy Croft is not on the team in the team anymore.
Don't know, geez, who'd be a ref? Nobody, mate. Not enough money in the world for me to be a referee.
Really?
No, I'd never be a ref.
I would, if it pays well. Why not?
You haven't got the temperament to be a ref, mate. You'd end up you get sent off being a referee.
Oh, you might be right there, like.
Nice.
Yeah, there's some people like
referees. Pepe is in there. Great block.
How would that
Brilliant.
that lineswoman be in like a relationship?
Say that again.
Like the lineswoman, with the flag.
Yeah.
How would she be in a relationship? Because she would probably be bossy. Not hard, not easy to handle, probably. Being in a men's world. It's a handball, isn't it?
Little bottle here.
Richie's down. Are barbershops still open at yours in England?
No.
No, mate.
No? All contact shop, or how you say that? All sort of work which has to do with contact is closed?
Pretty much. Well, I say that. They say unless you're an essential worker, it's not as bad as the first one in terms of businesses that are closed, but things like hair salons and nail salons, that sort of stuff are all closed. Pubs and stuff closed.
Aye.
Last minute as ref as my daughter's game as nobody would, while the parents were so aggressive. I can imagine, mate. I can imagine.
They said that Pfizer vaccine is also working for the English version of the corona. So that's some good news, though.
Yeah, definitely. We've got that, the Oxford vaccine, and I think there's another one coming out as well.
Pfizer, you have Moderna and Oxford, right?
Yes, mate. Yeah. So Moderna is going to be introduced in
Oh,
March,
shit.
I think. The Dutch seducer,
What's that like, seducer?
like seducing women. So
Oh. Your little one is getting big, Adam.
Yeah, she's massive now. Getting big every day.
Not mean it in a
Hungry.
bad way, but not in the wrong way. But like they're growing so fast, man. Hoy.
She's 9 weeks coming up, and she's absolutely massive now.
She looks more like you, or she looks more like your lass, or it's like a mix of both.
Most people say me, but
And her characters.
I know what.
And her character, more like her mom.
Oh, I like her mama. Sleeps all day.
oh dear, that's Adam's dinner in the bin.
She sat next to us at the
We heard it.
Come on.
She must be delighted with the extra time.
Yeah, it didn't go down too well, but there's nothing I can do about that.
I didn't say a word.
Show what video, mate? Not quite sure what you mean. If you're on about the game, no, we can't do that.
Copyright.
We will be out and within 2 days probably. Lose our account. Lose live streaming.
Again. Fancy a date with my girl, Brandon. I don't know what the fuck's going on here now.
People are trying to pimp Brandon out now.
Oh,
why is that? She need to be put in place as well.
Oh, oh my god.
If so, no worries.
Would you guys take penalties? 100%. I'll take penalties. 100%.
Oh, based on second half and how they played extra time, I would have think we could have won this. So now how the game developed,
I think
before I would say yes, I take pens, but
I think we're going to be a lot more defensive this half of extra time. I think Bruce will be happy to take pens now. That Andy Carroll chance at the end of 90 minutes was, I mean, they're bringing Lacazette on now, who's in good form. So it's going to be, I think we'll try and take pens from here.
Yeah.
I'll just hope we don't get caught out. Because on the face, on the what's it, on the way we've played, we deserve to get to penalties. Definitely now.
Aye. Pepe out though. For like I said.
There's Andy Carroll coming off as well, so it's probably for Dwight Gale.
Aye.
Andy Carroll's had a good game, man. The match for me, to be honest. I remember Bar's missed chances.
Or Dubravka, I would say. He kept us in the game as well. A few times Dubravka.
No, I think an outfield player deserves it today for me. You're right. He's had a few good saves, but for me, Isaac Hayden Asper's been excellent. I thought Miggy actually had a good game before he came up, but I think Andy Carroll's been all over the place today. Like,
yeah. Defending and attacking. But he should have been back to at least one of the chances, in my opinion, one of the two.
Yeah, 100%. The game should have finished at 90 minutes.
That's why it's a little bit hard to say he's man of the match. He would have been if he scored one of them.
Lacazette coming on's a different animal because he's a good player. He's already on the ball there.
I see Gil scoring. I don't know why. Got this feeling.
Good defending again. Great defending by
by Yedlin.
Was it Yedlin?
I think so, yeah. Or was it Hayden?
It was Murphy, actually. Jacob Murphy. Excellent. Stopping that cross and Tierney. And then we win the goal kick. So.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Hayden will be delighted if we can nick a win. Seems he never got a start at Arsenal. Yeah, I think, which is Arsene Wenger always had positive things to say about him, apparently. Adam, love your crack. However, you're on the deaf side now, love. I think that's because you had a pop at the missus. Carroll would be my man of the match, to be honest, as well. I'm with you, Adam. Andy, man of the match. He's grafted all game.
No? It's 15 minutes left.
Good job, Murphy. What's that like? Oh, yeah. Come on, Dwight. How is it, Hendrik, for today?
He's been all right. He's battled.
I can't fault any player today, to be fair. Really, that's our ball. That was our ball, ref.
I'm being serious, Brandon. I'll set it up. Date in a windmill. Brandon's got a missus. Well, but don't let me get involved. You know, if you want to go on a triple date or whatever, that's fine.
I'll sleep a few nights over it. Okay, I'll let him know.
What? Can't help it. It's extra time. Come on.
Good job, Jalen.
That's got to be our free kick. I tell you that Elliot can't get me words out. Elliot Anderson's got really good feet.
Good job.
Yeah,
really knows how to pass a ball.
Who mentioned that before the game? Someone in the group said about that.
I think Lee mentioned it. Yeah.
Was it Lee?
It's the first time I've seen him play.
Yeah.
And he doesn't. That's what I like when new ones come in. He doesn't look out of place.
Definitely not.
But it can be very frustrating though if you lose and play a very bad game. Then it can be frustrating. Him not. Yeah, I don't know. But in games like this,
the ball away there in a dangerous position. Oh, it's 1-0. Give the ball away in a terrible position.
Fuck. Aye.
Through all that hard work.
That's a joke.
Who gives that ball away there?
I think it was Clark.
After everything positive we've said. Me talking about mistakes that he makes that we've barely seen.
It's a lad who got sent off, and also it's typical like VAR. But who gives this ball away here? It's absolutely suicidal. It's Kieran Clark. I don't know what he's trying to do. Terrible touch, and then we're just completely caught out. Terrible. Like, we're as solid as we've been at the back. That's really poor defending.
Aye.
That's typical.
Aye. Not much Dubravka can do there.
No. Kieran Clark just gets it caught up in his feet. And because he's so far out of position, we don't get our shape quick enough.
10 minutes left.
11 minutes now to try and salvage a draw, penalty shootout.
We have to go full throttle now, though. No going
Isaac
back.
Hayden limping off, and we've got no subs left.
Has Kieran Clark been poor?
No,
Really?
man.
I don't think
He's
so.
been great. He's been good for today. Until this moment.
There's the mistake, but I was just saying, no one's really let us down, but then it just takes that one mistake against a team, and it's just, it's the lad who got sent off and rescinded scans and scores. It's typical Newcastle.
Hayden looks injured.
Jason, just out of interest, not having a pot, mate, what is it that you think he's been poor? What has he done wrong in your eyes? That's hard to take. They don't deserve that. No, they don't. Definitely not. I think Clark has had a good game before that. Clark was great tonight. What are you talking about?
If we lose,
let's not get on his back. Let's not get on his back, lads. Just interested to see why he thinks he's been poor.
We lose
Oh,
this game
things like
probably
that.
just because of personal errors.
Have we got enough about us now, though?
That's it. All the changes have been made now. Can we be brave? 10 minutes to go. There's nothing to lose, so I don't see why not.
Oh wait, come on, go forward. Oh, I'm not. Good. I like this Anderson lap though.
Interesting to see if Bruce has got the balls to go for it. He's got no other choice, has he? He's lost us a game. Doesn't matter if he was good. Same for Carroll. Doesn't matter if you play good. You missed an easy chance.
I think if we lose, Bruce will probably be like, we've been kept so long in the game, but only because it's very sad for Kieran Clark, but because of personal error, we lost the game. But I think the lads have done very well. But we something like this along these lines.
But to be fair, yeah, I can't really criticise the team. Andy Carroll has had 2 golden chances, and he should have, because one of them was in the 92nd minute, so we should have won the game. And then it does sometimes, football does come down to individual errors, and we've made one. And against teams like Arsenal, will punish you like, and so I think it's, first half I thought was pretty drab, but second half we were a bit better. So it's hard to criticise them, to be fair.
Definitely. On that, Tom, I agree with half of this. Because yes, that mistakes come from Clark, but it's not. He hasn't made a bad decision. He hasn't tried to make a pass. He's literally got the ball caught at his feet. It was unlucky, and unfortunately, a goal's come off the back of it. I agree. No, but the one thing I do agree with, Andy Carroll's had a brilliant game, but he should have took his chance. He's had 2 decent chances, to be fair. But yeah, we can't grumble about today's performance for me. Tom knows something to like looking football. If Wilson played, he wouldn't have missed those easy chances. I'd have expected him to get scored one of them or Braxas, definitely.
Good job from Hendrik. Anderson. Going on.
Come on, it's gamble.
There you go. Well done.
Yeah, that's a positive to take, Geordie. Definitely.
What did Geordie say?
It's been a hard game for Arsenal, much harder than most expected.
Kieran Clark, honestly, it's hard watching that back because that's so unlike Kieran Clark to do that.
Yeah,
he's usually really composed, bringing the ball out.
He just tips it with his right foot to his left foot. That's why it's bouncing off from his left foot. Unlucky, man.
It's a great
just a shitty position.
Yeah, it's a good finish.
It's just a shitty position where it's happening. Wouldn't be no problem if that was around midfield, probably. But on your 16-yard box,
donkey behaviour from Clark. Nah, definitely not, mate. Definitely not. That's one I'll bite back at. Definitely not donkey behaviour at all. Been one of the better players we've had all season for the last 2 seasons. He's got unlucky. Simple as that. We've lost the game off the back of it, which is unfortunate. But donkey behaviour, I doubt it. Deflated. Anderson has looked good since coming on. Yedlin has been horrendous. Keeps giving the bloody ball away.
Just funny, like how quickly people can go from pretty positive to like immediately so negative. It's pretty much.
Yeah, that's fans, isn't it? At the end of the day, we're all the same.
Like, I mean, most of us were expecting to lose the game quite convincingly, and I think for us to put a fight up, like to get no extra time, and to concede a sloppy goal, in hindsight, when we sit back and analyse the game tomorrow, if we play like this against Sheffield United, we really should be going and winning comfortably.
Definitely.
We wouldn't got a point out of the Arsenal game if it was just a normal game, which I would take any day. I take any point, to be fair, but
it just stumbled. The lad will be good at 100%. That's all it is. Cry, Newcastle, cry. Not gonna cry. Definitely not. Gutted, don't get me wrong, because we felt after watching it we could have got something out of it, but it is what it is.
They've been lucky as well, so they should know their place, in my opinion. They're not that great, especially not tonight or this season. Good night.
We're just starting to look tired now. We're getting caught in the ball a lot more.
This is
free
true.
header at the back post. I think that's a frustrating thing when we've gone 1-0 down. It's kind of 2-0 there, 2-0 game over. That I was just about to say we've gone 1-0 down.
Oh yeah. 2-0.
It's kind of like that's it. There's no like bite to get back in the game. So, and then as I'm saying that, they go and make it 2-0. So that flatters them a bit to 2-0. Yeah, disappointing, but we seem to have stopped that second half extra time.
Yeah.
Like I could take some positive out of the game though.
Well, it's yeah.
I would like to see that. I would like to see Anderson being in the squad more.
Eric saying unpopular opinion. I don't think Bruce did a bad job this game. I don't think he'll be that unpopular today, mate. To be honest, I don't.
Just to the Senate, buy us a ticket to the Netherlands. I'll give a comfort. Here it is. I saw the comment.
Appreciate that, John. Appreciate that. The lads have put up a good performance. No need to knock them at all. No, I agree. I imagine this is probably a Gunners fan. Might want to do yourself a favour and go and watch your Arsenal Fans TV, mate. Or you can drop in here and stay in here. That's fine. We're not that bothered. Let's take the positives. Hopefully Carroll can play Tuesday up top with Wilson. Need a win against Sheffield or else we'll be very worried. 100%. We are massively anxious about that game, I think.
Yeah.
As if Arsenal will do anything with this. Worried for Tuesday night now, to be honest. Now 2-0 is really harsh. Bit of luck for Arsenal and both goals, definitely.
It's poor from us. I mean, even the second goal there, good cross there. The second goal there, Jacob Murphy's completely ball watching. Yedlin's all over the place. Yedlin shouldn't, instead of looking at Aubameyang, should be getting up for the header, and he kind of watches to see where Aubameyang plays it. So it's poor again. Two poor goals from our point of view. Really, not like great Arsenal play. It's a great ball that for Dwight Gale. No, you're never getting a penalty for that.
Don't know if Carroll will start because of his fitness, but we'll see. I
thought Carroll looked the fittest player on the pitch.
It's strange, isn't it? Strange.
Being everywhere, being all over the place.
8:10, Johnny, as a quick thought, 8:25 our fan reaction show will start, and then there'll be 2 more videos later tonight, which will be the last word and scoring the players. Keep your zone marking post, man. I really hope Yedlin goes see MLS this month. Yeah, this is it. He had a really good game against Liverpool, and he's not been consistent since.
But how can he be consistent if he's not regularly starting?
Yeah, but like you said, mate, the difference between it's when Dubravka comes in, he does a job.
Yeah,
Yedlin be able to do the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fair point.
He loves a right back change, Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
Like he brought on Jacob Murphy for Kraft, and then brings Yedlin on and puts Murphy up front. He loves changing right backs.
I would be interested to hear Bruce his thought processes when he's on the bench and like what he's thinking, what he's saying to his assistants. Maybe I can understand him better that way.
To that Arsenal supporter, you're just a poor Spurs. Stop having a pop. I don't mind him coming in and having a pop, to be fair, Jordy. Appreciate you sticking up for us. But yeah, at the end of the day, they are nowhere near the club they used to be. Let's not forget they were fighting relegation about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was all Arteta out a few weeks ago, wasn't there?
Yeah, no, yeah. Now they'll all be
at least we're consistently Bruce out.
Exactly. Unlucky you deserve more than this. Yeah, like Adam said, 2-0 flatters them rather. Looks like it was Bruce's plan to concede later.
That's offside, I think.
Can't wait for Sam and Johnny to argue about Kraft again later. It's a very good point, Simon. I look forward to that as well.
Yeah, I think when you look at the whole game, it's been really disappointing how we've come out the second half extra time. You know, I said at half time we'd look to take it to penalties, and we have, and it's kind of cost us because we've been sat back. We haven't really done anything, and I don't think it's fitness. I just think that that was the game plan at that half.
Yeah. Would you guys take Lingard and Brandon Williams? I would personally. If we're not going to bring Jetro in, that is.
Blow the whistle, ref.
It's fine. Get it over with.
I reckon Bruce can go now with no win in 7. If we lose or even draw against Sheffield United, it has to go, doesn't it? You'd think so, Harvey, but I just don't think it's going to happen, mate. I really don't.
Good cross.
We don't have one good player at this club, or they don't want to play for Bruce, and Bruce was laughing before the goal.
I mean, to be fair, Bruce will be more than happy with the performance, and we all know what he's going to say in his press conference. I think we're just glad it hasn't been an embarrassment. That's all. That's a positive I can take. Full time there. Andy Carroll, I thought was excellent. Elliot Anderson, good to see come on. And I thought we defended well by the mistakes in that second half extra time.
Yeah.
But that's what we say already for like a few games, right? If they just try, like when they played Liverpool as well. We don't care if they lose 4-0. If they're trying, we prefer not to. But as long as they try and play some decent football, it's new release.
Super Red Fan, if you do, thank you with regards to Lingard and Williams. I know you'd say that they're not worthy of getting into your side, but do you think they'd offer anything for Newcastle? He's just a clone of Captain Scarlet, if you can remember that show, probably a bit before your time, Arteta, that is. I imagine you're referring to Thunderbirds, mate, I think. It's not that much before my time, to be fair. We need the silver from Brentford. He is an attacking midfielder. Come on, you Gunners, well deserved by us. Question completely deserved, to be honest. I don't think you offered much in the second half.
Mistakes made by us, I think, give Arsenal the game. Wasn't that impressed with Arsenal, to be honest.
No, not at all.
I think they're a mid-table Premier League team now. Better than us at times, but they're not. They're not a top 8 team anymore. Definitely not.
Oh, definitely not. No offense, Joey, but you're nowhere near the squad you were before, and you're nowhere near Champions League football anymore. Absolutely not. If you think you are, you're dreaming.
And we haven't made it easy for them tonight. So
No.
I think my God that expected a lot of different game from what was put on today's match. So
better luck next time. Carroll was excellent. Yes.
Question mark.
Love a result today, but it's all about the league for me. Every spot above 17, several million more, and we are going to need it 100%.
But that's the problem with your dad, right? Like Graham, he hates this sort of mentality because he knows where Newcastle was. That's what he tried to say last time when he was on.
Yeah, definitely. But I just think, and I agree, but we've all got to be honest in where we are at the moment. Do you know what I mean? It's shit.
I know. But I also can understand your dad, who's been a supporter for so long, and have known different era and different times and better times.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't. For me, Newcastle was always like a mid-table team, fighting relegation. So for me, it's always like this already. So I'm already like that mentality as well. As long as we stay up, I'm happy. But
definitely. I think this is a fair comment here. Yeah? Happy with the performance, sad with the result, but not mad. I'd agree with that, personally.
Yeah. But how can a hippie be mad?
Fair point. No, Tate Williams, don't fancy Lingard, not Lingard. Boring football, mate. Leicester have replaced Arsenal. That was some grandad football. Sheffield now becomes a must-win. Absolutely. It always was anyway. Bruce out. It would be very Newcastle to lose to Sheffield United, 100%. All focus back in the season now. You did well. Bad luck. I agree. What time does the fan reaction start? Fan reaction is starting at 8:25, mate. I'll go into the game wanting to lose now until Bruce gets the sack. I appreciate that.
1-0 Manchester United.
Do feel that way. I do. Does Bruce even know what a midfield is? I generally think we'll lose to Sheffield. Remember, we lost that Derby County team that won one game all season. I'd rather get relegated if it meant Bruce was gone. Definitely not Thunderbirds. Carl.
Man United just scored a 1-0 versus Watford.
Was it not?
McTominay.
Fair enough. I'm out of my depth. Lingard can't afford it. But yeah, like people have said in the chat, and well, the majority of us all said, we're gutted, but not mad. We give Arsenal a go. Unfortunately, we've gone to sleep in the second half of extra time, and I think 2-0, as Adam said, flatters them, but it is what it is. We're out the FA Cup. We need to concentrate on Premier League survival and see what comes of it. 10 minutes time will be Johnny doing the quick reaction, or it might be 5 minutes time. I think it was 5 minutes time. So we're going to love you and leave you. Thanks for all dropping by again. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. And if we don't see you in any of the later videos, we'll see you on Tuesday for the Sheffield United game. Take it easy all. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Shut up.